medical marijuana.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. We're discussing medical marijuana. I'm just saying, if you heard that, it was like as we were coming in. So we were just having a discussion about the rules in Scotland because, you don't know things. So hope everybody is well. Happy Sunday. Karina will be joining us in just a few minutes. How is everybody? How are things going? What are you doing? What are you reading? What are you eating? Sonia.
Well, I am having a fabulous day. I started my day off with a coffee date with Laura from Laura Reads. And we planned our trip in April of next year, our trip to the Pacific Northwest. So hopefully, I'm going to knock on wood because you know how I am with trips. Had 2 canceled. We're not doing 3. So today, do you ever get to that point to where it's like, I finished everything that I've been reading, and now I have something new to start, and I keep looking around and going, I don't know. Yeah. But I'm still Garb Augusting, by the way, and I'm dating the monsters, so that's where I'm going. Okay. But I thought maybe I might do a little palate cleanser because I picked this up at the library. It's called After Happily Never. It's by Jennifer Safari, and it is an epic novel of middle age rebellion. And the dedication page says, for the women of Generation X, because we deserve to be in fairy tales. And it is a fairy tale for middle-aged women. And I'm like, okay, we don't see this. Usually they're in their late teens, early 20s, and blah, blah, blah. So it's a fairy tale for gals my age. And I was like, I'm going to pick this up. Listening wise, I do have an audiobook going. It is Garb Augusty. I'm just going to use that for, I'm going to make it a noun and a verb and an adjective and an adverb. Why not? Kraken's Sacrifice by Tiffany Roberts, I think. Let me pull it up so you can see the cover. Katie Roberts, sorry. I'm listening to it right now.
I just know the name. I don't know her, but
it's part of the it's a part of a series. It's part of a fantasy series. But I liked The Dragon's Bride, so I thought, well, I'll do the Kraken. Why not? And see what's going on with that. And I also picked this up, Sirens by Amelia Hart. It is the same person who wrote Wayward, and I loved Wayward. So that's in my reading. And who knows, I might pick something up before the night's over. Who knows?
Cool. You never know.
Cousin Fiona.
Thank you, Cousin Sonia. Well, I finished last night Home for Christmas by Heidi Swain, which is... That was a nice one. It was part of her Windbridge series, so thoroughly enjoyed that. And then picked up my hold on Libby came in for The Story Collector by Evie Woods, who's the same lady that wrote The Mysterious Bakery in Rue de Paris. So this one is set in Ireland about a gentleman who's come over. He's at Oxford University. He's an American. He's at Oxford University, and he is studying or collecting information for his thesis about fairy folklore and fairy tradition in Ireland and the Celtic nations. But this is kind of around about 1910. And then we've also got the other, it's like a dual timeline, and you got like a century later, so 2010. But this lady who herself and her husband on Christmas Day decided that's it, had enough. They've tried 3 years of trying to make their marriage work. It's not happening. So she's supposed to get on a plane to Boston, but ends up seeing this like little sheep in New York airport that's got Ireland on it. Sees an Irish paper and ends up on a plane to Ireland. And she finds the diary of somebody from 1910. So that's how you get the dual timeline. So it's really, really interesting. And then I'm also picking up, I don't know whether this could be classed as Garb August or not, but Classified by Deborah Webb, which is part of the Colby Agency Secrets Intrigue series.
Yeah.
So yes, I've just started that, about 30 odd pages in, so that's about me. So Emily, what are you reading?
I am reading, I took the dust jacket off because I always do. when I read hardbacks. I'm reading A Reaper at the Gates. So that is book 3 in the Ember and the Ashes quartet. So this is a reread, but I've only I've only read this book once. So yeah, some of the things I don't remember, but like the main plot story arc for the series I remember.
I'm so sorry. Hold on.
So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I meant to say Oathbound or I put back.
Oh no.
Just couldn't get into it. Couldn't get into it. I was like, nah.
Oh no.
But 5 chapters into it, and I'm like, nah.
So here's what I'm going to say in my review, like in my monthly wrap up. So I am looking forward to reading it. I like Cell a lot. Like I need more Cell in my life. But here's where things are kind of creepy with that series. She's 16. Nick and Cell are 18 plus when they meet. And they develop a romantic relationship. And some of like the tension, I'm like, you can't be touching her because she's jailbait for you guys right now. She turns 17 towards the beginning of book 2. And I'm like, this is a little interesting for a YA book that we're towing this line.
Yep. But no, I couldn't get into characters again. Don't get me wrong, I like Bree. I think she's a great character. I just couldn't get into it, and I found it because of the way that the second book ended and the third book started. The guy is creepy. That basically kidnaps her.
Right. I mean, well, he possesses her.
You know, it's like I was like, nah, I'm out. So I'll be interested to see what you think of it.
Yeah, I'm nervous because that's a chonky one for me to not like.
Yeah.
And I bought it, so hopefully I like it.
So what are you reading, Tiffany?
So I was telling them I am a little discombobulated. I did the romance convention yesterday. It's my first ever book romance convention. I didn't vlog anything. I was with someone who doesn't do anything like that, and I didn't want to make them uncomfortable. We had an amazing time. I mean, I took some pictures. But we left yesterday at 4 a.m., drove to Orlando, stayed all night, and I literally got back at like 3:30 today. So like I was like, oh my gosh, the live's in like 20 minutes. It was just, I had a wonderful time, and I'm so happy to see you guys, but I'm just letting you know. So if you're like, whoa, she looks dazed and confused, I really am, is my point of that.
We need to see your shirt, Tiffany.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. It says I'm with the band.
Don't lift it up over your head, baby. It's not that kind of show.
I'm not lifting it up over my head.
It isn't that kind of show here, honey.
It's not that kind of show, but that wasn't my plan to begin with. It is
all the band books.
Yes. And so there's A Wrinkle in Time, The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian, which is the only one that I have not read, I think, on this list.
It's a good one. I liked it.
I've not read that. The Color Purple.
I love it. That's one of my favorites.
I won't.
Tango Makes 3. Harry Potter.
Read that.
That one too.
I guess I haven't read The Handmaid's Tale, but I guess.
Oh, Handmaid's Tale is awesome.
That scares the bejesus out of me. I live it.
Same.
No, sorry. Never mind. I didn't mean to say that out loud.
You're in Florida.
I didn't mean to say. Okay. The Bluest Eyes.
That's a good one.
I've read that one. I liked it.
That one's good. Yes. The Giver.
You love that one.
Too.
Yes, that one's great. The House on Mango Street. Great.
I've not read that one.
Oh, good. It's good.
Agreed.
I can't even see what this one is. I can't say what that one is. Of Mice and Men.
Love that one.
It's the only one I like by that author.
Yes.
All his other stuff is just Bridge to Terabithia. Love that one.
Name.
I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings. Huckleberry Finn. Forever by Judy Blume. The Kite Runner. And the last one is To Kill a Mockingbird.
Okay.
So, the great ones. Great ones. And I am reading all kinds of goodies. I am hopefully finishing up, probably not tonight because it's on ebook and I'm too tired to probably read that. But Diners, Drive-Ins, and Lies, the first in the Sunny Side Up Cozy Mystery series by Misty Simon. Love it. Really, really, really loving it. I am reading, so that's ebook. And then also an ebook, I'm reading Bourbon Lies. It's the first in a series it's a romance series with a group of brothers that own like a bourbon distillery in Kentucky. And then I am listening to Color Me Murder, the first in the Pen and Ink series by Krista Davis. And then my romance audio is called The Scorecard, which is a hockey romance by Maren Moore, who was just at the conference. So
was it just regular romance at the conference, or was it Sonia kind of romance too?
It was everything.
Reading with Dr. B, Vanessa, she somewhere on her channel, because she went to one recently, there is like a specific like monster romance convention, because I remember her doing like a vlog for it. I didn't watch it, but there is one.
Yeah this really had absolutely everything. What's that?
Asking for a friend.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you bring back any books, Tiffany, or was it?
I did, and I won a book box, so I'll probably open that up. I asked her if I could open that up on the channel, and then I also won a Stanley from someone else, like a really nice
a cup,
Stanley.
not a person.
No, not my Uncle Stanley or your Uncle Stanley. The cup, and
the
not
silver
hockey.
one, or the sort of say which one did
Listen,
you win?
if it
St. Louis?
was Lord Stanley, I wouldn't be here. I don't know where I'd be, but I wouldn't be here.
Would you bring it back to St. Louis, please?
No, I would keep that. No, never mind. So it was not Lord Stanley either. It was Stanley the cup, as in to drink out of. But it's very nice. And then I won a book box, and so I haven't opened it because I'll open it on the channel. And I have a few more things that other people had sent me that I need to open, so I thought I'll just open it all together. But it was a really, 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 really good time. I really enjoyed it.
Nice.
Lots of authors, so it was great. Kim said, hello, everyone. Here reading The Mystery at Magpie Lodge, number 7 in the Eve Mallow series by Claire Chase. Lunch was my usual fried chicken tenders, salad, baked sweet potato, and cornbread. Yummy. That does sound yummy. And then Fiona had said, hi, Kim. Hope you're enjoying your read. Your lunch sounds delicious. It does. Hey, Cajun said, I'm reading Curtain Call to Murder. Melmac said, hi, everyone. I'm reading Boiled Over by Barbara Ross, number 2 in the main clan back. And we have Karina.
Hi, everybody.
You are just fine.
The wizard arrives exactly when they intend to.
That's right. That's right. No one is ever late. Whenever you get here is perfectly fine. And we were just like, Sonia's a real talker. Nobody else is, but so she keeps it, going.
Yeah.
My glasses keep falling down.
I love is that a couch or a chair, Sonia? I love that.
It's like just a what do they call it? Love seat, I guess.
Love seat. Yeah. I love it.
It came out of my favorite coffee house when she went out of business. She gave it to me.
And, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll show you why I'm late, because I was trying to fit this in my sister's car because I got it for her, and we couldn't fit it, so it ended up coming back in the house. But let me see if I can show you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
See?
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. It needs a little restoration, but it's fantastic. The inside, it's against the wall, so you can't see. Inside, it's like fireplaces and a beautiful like stairway, and it's really cool. She's an artist, and she's always wanted to like fix up a dollhouse, you know. So, but it didn't fit in her car, so we were like trying to work it and fit it in, and then we had to take it back in the house, and so I'm gonna have to take it to her house because I have a car with a hatchback that'll fit.
There's some couple people that I follow that like restore and do like doll houses, and like it's amazing,
isn't it? I know, and I love it. And it's like I wanted it for myself, and then it definitely needs restoration, and on the inside too. And I was like, oh, I'll never, like, I'm just not crafty at all. And she's an artist, so I'm just like, and she's always wanted one, so I will enjoy it after she restores it all.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's lovely.
Yeah.
Well, we are so happy that you are joining us for the Case of the Blues discussion.
Blues.
So this is number 4. So we will never say who the killer is, but I can't say that we wouldn't say something else that maybe feel like a spoiler to you, but we would never do a spoiler, if that makes sense. So keep in mind, but
everybody who else is here too.
Yes.
Hi.
So and then lots of people. So let us know in the comments what you rated it, and we'll jump to that. And otherwise, Karina, we were all just saying what we were reading and what we were doing today. How has your day been besides the Dollhouse adventure?
Yes, it's been good. And my books are upstairs. Darn it. I'm reading Whiskey Business. Yay. I have the actual book of it. And I'm also reading Stakeouts or Strollers and Stakeouts. Stakeouts and Strollers, Strollers and Stakeouts. It's another cool book by Rob Phillips. And
yeah, I saw that picture. It looks really cute that you had held up.
Yes.
I'm so excited for Whiskey Business.
I know. I am too. I had read that original version, and so I'm very excited to read this because I loved the original one, so I can only imagine the revised one, how great it is. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
Fantastic.
I tried to get your Cheddar of Dead from a bookshop in Edinburgh on Tuesday to be told that the people that they could get they had thought they could get it from have said it's out of print.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
Case of the Blue, or
that's what Amazon said too.
Cheddar of Dead. They're saying it's out
Cheddar
of
Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's news to me. I guess I'll find out. I guess I'll ask.
So
that's bad news.
Yeah, so it's going to be very difficult. I'll have to.
Oh,
it's okay. I'm going to have to go to a well-known online place that possibly begins with an A.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Let your cousin work on that, by the way, because you know how I am with books. I'm the book whisperer.
Yeah, cousin, but I don't want you having to post books over to me, honey. You know.
I know.
That's a bummer. That's a bummer, Fiona, and a bummer that it's out of print. I didn't think the first one was.
I didn't think so either, because that's still selling pretty well. I'm going to have to check on that.
It could be just from coming over here. I mean,
that's true.
It's getting to try. It really is hard getting American cozy mysteries over here. It is absolutely really, really, really difficult.
Right.
I think I don't know whether it's because of having to bring books over from America to here, whether there's import tax and all of that, but trying to get a lot of American authors, even well-known ones such as yourself, Debbie Maycomer, Susan Mallory, Sheila Roberts. It's like trying to get blood out of a stone.
I so appreciate you, taking the time to actually look for it and everything. I appreciate that very much. I'm sorry it's been so difficult.
Yeah, but it's getting very frustrating for like people like me who want to read these books, but I can't actually get them.
Right, right.
Who do I need to write an angry letter to?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
right?
Strongly worded letter.
I'll tell. Who do you think? I'll tell you later, honey.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm going to drink my coffee.
I think you should. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah. Oh, that's a bummer.
It is. That's the way it goes.
I know. So I'm gonna hop down below, but I'm trying to just kind of look through real quick and see the ones if there was anything about. And Anita up here had said, I gave Case of the Blues 5 stars. I loved it.
I gave it 30 billion zillion stars.
Yeah.
I did not throw the book across the room.
Oh. And look at Sonia being the one who I should have it with me. I'm so
That's okay, baby. I got you.
you do. Thank you.
So I will have to say, just take a second. My best friend Tina has been my best friend since Guy was a child. Her children are my niece and nephews. So she's sister more than friend. Mm-hmm. And I have for 2 years been on her backside about, you need to read The Cheese Shop. You need to read she has me reading the Janet De Leon series. I was like, you need to read The Cheese Shop. You need to read The Cheese Shop. I've told her this 30,000 billion zillion times. So she sends me a text last week and she says, so do so-and-so and such get together? And I was like, oh my God, you're actually reading it. And she's like, yes. So she's like, tell me. And I'm not going to say the characters because I don't want to spoil who gets to what. But, and I was, do so-and-so and such get together? And I was like, you have to read the books. And she's like, I don't do that crap. You need to tell me what it is. And I said, are you going to read the books? And she's like, well, yeah. And I was like, but she's read 1, 2, and 3 because they're on audio, and the other 3 are not. Right. And she said, because she sent me a message when she went out of town this weekend, and she was like, "Did you know the other 3 are not on audio?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did. I probably should have told you." She's like, "Oh, I don't care. I'll read them anyway." But she's like, "Man, I was wanting to listen to them this weekend because she had a 5-hour drive."
Oh,
so she was gonna back and forth. But she's like, "I am loving this," and I was like, well, "Why you wait so long?"
Fantastic.
Oh, thank you, Sonia. That is so sweet.
And she is not one to talk about a book. Like she isn't like me. She isn't going to blubber around about it. And she's been blubbering around.
Oh, so. Thank you.
We all love it. Why?
Exactly.
Send them publishers my way. We'll have a conversation.
I know. I think about that.
I'm pretty undeniable. So they're
right.
going to give me my way.
Very true. Let me see. I'm just searching through here.
Case of the Blues was my favorite, by the way. I love them all.
Thank you. Well, that's what Tiffany said too. I think that is the consensus of the readers that I've spoken with anyway, is that Case of the Blues is their favorite.
I love the tying in of all of the like cryptex and puzzles, and I enjoy those things anyway. So putting that in there, and I learned something about like this rare cheese that I didn't know anything about, and it was absolutely probably, and I gave all of your books 10 stars, so
yes.
I love them all.
So sweet, yeah.
But I think that Case of the Blues was probably my favorite.
Oh, thanks. That means a lot, because it really was I've said this before, very difficult one to write, to tie those things together, and not just to have them both intertwined, but I found it really difficult at the end, because when you work on the end of a book, you have the big lead up, and it goes faster, and then you have this the reveal, and then the denouement, and here you had like 2 reveals, so you couldn't really have I didn't want the second thing to be like so much of an epilogue. I wanted it to just really be a part of it. So it's very hard for me how do I wrap up the who killed the person, and also then wrap up the question of where is that cheese that everybody was looking for, and then also show how they were intertwined together. So that was cause for a lot of angst on my end.
Well,
I can't imagine how much like puzzling that took on your part to get it all to fit.
Yeah.
I'm
Incredibly
serious, you know,
well
because
researched.
I was like, wow, like it's just a lot of weaving of different parts to like make it all come together. And I think that's why it's by far my favorite. And again, same as Sonia, and I said this like after the first book, I'm like, I don't know how they get better. I've already given it 5 stars. I don't know what you do at that point when they're better than that. But they just keep getting better. But by far, but it was really just that intricate like work that had to take place to make it all fit together. And I thought it was absolutely brilliant.
It was a well-woven well-woven quilt of mystery,
Mhm.
Thank
and
you.
all of that.
Mhm.
You could research it.
It's so funny when I thought of it because it was my 4th one. So I was thinking, you know, the first 3 had a rhythm, and I didn't want my readers to get like bored or know what's coming because, you know, an author sometimes has kind of the same rhythm. So I was like, let me do something different. And then I kind of put in what I like. I'm like Sonia, where I like the puzzle aspect and stuff. And I thought, wouldn't that be fun? But it's fun to read. It's not so much fun to write. I didn't, you know, think it through. I was just thinking, that'll be fun. Let me do that, you know? And then by the time I realized how difficult it was, I was too far in to like change it. So it's like, okay, Karina, you could do this. This is the first one though. Like I usually write the draft. I write an outline and then I write the draft, that beginning to end. And, so that to make sure it holds together, and then I revise. And this was the first time that I started my revision without a full draft because I did not know how I was going to do the ending at all, like how I was going to enter. So I was like, you know what, by the time I get there, I'm going to know, like, let me just revise this and whatever, because I'm on deadline, of course. So I was all in my head and I was like, okay, it's got to come. But then days were ticking by, weeks were ticking by, and I'm like, all right, well, this isn't happening. Let me just start on the revision. Let me start from the beginning, and maybe it'll all come there. And then I got to that part and it didn't all come. And I was like, oh my God. And I think I had another maybe 4 weeks or something before I had to hand it in. And I did not have like the last third of the book done. And I was like, oh my God. And then one day, all of a sudden, it was like you could almost see my brain click, 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 you know, everything click into place. And I couldn't write fast enough before I forgot it, you know,
You didn't realize you were writing the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Which is what inspired me, actually, because I was thinking, what's fun that I could put in a book? And it was my thought of the Da Vinci Code, which I read eons ago, but it stuck with me how much fun that was to like solve the puzzles of it.
It's so funny that you said that, because as I was reading, I was like, go on, Corinna, with the Da Vinci Code. You know, I was thinking that as I was reading it.
So
I know that Emily just read it.
Mm-hmm.
Emily, what did you end up reading it? And then I'll go down to the other.
Maybe like the ending, I'm sure, the very ending.
No, actually, so here's the thing. Okay. So I think I would give it like a 4.5, 4.75, only because like the whole, like the gift that Max gave, I was like, as soon as like he gave it to her, like we get told that he gave it to her, I'm like, well, I know what's going to happen with this book. Okay. So that's why I knocked it down.
Okay.
What was I going to say? So more than one thought here. First, what kind of strikes me is like, I really don't like Max as a person. Like, and granted, we get Max as a person through other people. Like, but how he is and how he treated his daughter and other people, I was like, I really don't like him. And all of Willa's former coworkers, like, and she even said, like, they're really not my friends. They were coworkers, and they were all pretty terrible people. So, and like her ex-fiance and best friend, all like, she has all these like terrible people in her life. And so like just thinking about it today and like just now, like it really makes you appreciate what she has found with Team Cheese. As far as the ending, I did not throw the book across the room. Hello, cat. I did not throw the book across the room. I actually supported him at first when he first was like, we can't talk right now.
Right.
Because you didn't like, I was concerned for your safety. I asked you to not get involved because this was dangerous. I asked you not to do your plan. It was dangerous. You went about doing it. I'm upset. I can't talk right now.
Right.
Like, I supported that.
Right.
Because he very clearly, like,
he used his big boy words.
And especially after the first 3 books of him kind of saying that, her ignoring it and going, okay.
Right. And he very clearly
he was like, no.
Yes. I was okay with that. However, I don't appreciate him ghosting her.
Right.
Because he ghosted her. He could have at least taken her first call to, or like visit to see, like, is she going to apologize?
Right.
And then he could have said, you know what? I accept your apology. We're going to remain a professional relationship.
Yes. Yes.
And that's it.
But baby, do you know a man that does what they're supposed to do?
There you go, Sonia.
Sonia, I am perpetually single.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
this is called realistic, baby.
Right. Well, I think fun, do or die. I'll be interested. I really will be interested to hear what you have to say about that, because obviously, you know, it's
also fun note. I did make a recipe. They had in your book. I made the blue cheese dip.
How'd you like it?
I think so. I had it. It's interesting. So I had it with, like, I tried it with a few different ways. I had it with Parmesan garlic, like pretzel crisps. That was amazing. But I think because I also like the Parmesan garlic on the pretzel crisps.
Right.
I had it with some Fritos, and that was okay. And I had it with some carrots, and that was okay. So I think
it's a little something else, which Parmesan garlic. Maybe if that was in it, also.
Yes.
Yeah. That sounds good. No, I want
the
that.
blue cheese dip sounds amazing.
And it was so
not
easy
a
to
fan
make.
of blue cheese, so y'all can have it.
Wrong.
Yeah, me too, Sonia. I'm with you.
If it stinks, I don't eat it. That's my rule.
So you're definitely not into blue cheese, right?
If it smells like feet or it smells like anything else that stinks, I ain't eating it.
What do you mean, Sonia? You don't like to eat things that smell like feet? I don't understand this.
No, no dirty feet. Blech, nope. Nope. I read monster smut, but I'm not eating no dirty feet.
Yeah.
So
I
there
guess
we go. We all have our
blue
lines.
cheese is
Here
delicious.
the better.
So, side note, I just got to notice that my shopper, like, I'm getting groceries delivered, so they're shopping. So if ever at any point in time I just go camera off, microphone off, and I'm gone for a while, it's because my groceries have been delivered.
Oh, okay. But I'm glad you brought up the about Max and the and her former colleagues, which are in this, and which are, you know, the whole book is with her former colleagues. And that is one thing now looking back that I would change a little bit, is to have some, and it's what I tell my clients when I'm editing. And so I kind of like feel a hypocrite, but I feel like you learn from your own experiences too. That I would have made them, most of them, more likable, because you don't want to read a whole book where most of the characters are not likable. Like, I don't want to read, you know, that. And even though her Team Cheese people are very likable, what I was trying to do in the moment was like exactly what you said, was to show the difference of why she didn't get close to these people, why she always felt she had to keep moving, until finally she came to Yarrow Glen and found these people and found like this family. And I was trying to show the disparity in that, and yet I did it, you know, when all was said and done, you read it over again, it's like, oh yeah, but you do also want likable people throughout, even if they are all suspects, you know. So that is the thing that I would change up a little bit if I were to be able to revise it now. So I agree on that count very much.
I'm gonna read through these, but my first question is, why do you all think Max left just the cryptic clue instead of a direct, you know, line to this, to the cheese and inheritance? So mull it over. And I was gonna say, because a lot of people wanted to say hi. Carmen says hi, Karina. Jill says hi, Karina. Oh, thank you, Michelle.
Yay.
Anita says, hi, Karina. Angel says, hi, Karina. Michelle says, hi, Karina.
So,
And Jill says, love that, Karina. I think they're talking about the dollhouse.
yes, thank you.
Because then Cajun said, wow, that dollhouse is gorgeous. And it's like the best of the dollhouse world because it's like, to me, because that's what I would pick. It looked very like Victorian-y. Oh, like I don't know. That's what I'm drawn to. I think that's so cute.
That's what I'm drawn to too. If it's not a haunted house, it looks like close to it. You know that I love the Queen.
I'd want to paint it black and make it Addams Family, but
yeah,
yes.
exactly.
It's funny that actually the dollhouse reminded me of the one that was in Lorelai Gilmore's room in Gilmore Girls.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think about that, but it's huge. Like it was sitting on the ground, and so it didn't seem that big. And then when I went to put it in my car, I have a big like hatchback. I have like a almost an SUV, a smaller one. But even that, I was like, oh wow, I've got to, I had to put down my back seats. I had whatever. It's so much bigger than I thought. So, but by then I was like, well, gotta take it. So.
Anita also said nice dollhouse, and then Angel Wolf said how cool, what a cool dollhouse. And then Madeline said, Karina, are you working on a cozy mystery series now? A new series maybe? ?
Good question. I'm not working on a cozy mystery. I am trying to work on a new series. I'm kind of at a crossroads at the moment, so we will see. Always working on something.
Good. Which I think everybody, for me, well, I don't know why I said everybody, because I should only speak for myself. Let me start that over again. For me, I'll be excited in whatever you write. If you wrote another cheese shop, I would be ecstatic. If you wrote a spinoff to the cheese shop with Loretta as the sleuth, I would be ecstatic.
Yes.
And if you wrote something totally different, I would be ecstatic. So
I just got a cat a few weeks ago, and it's so after the fact, cozy mystery writers are supposed to have cats, and I didn't have one, and now I have one. So it's almost like, well, I've got to do something now because now I've got a cat, right?
You
so
do
I've got to kind of stick with.
If you wrote a romance with
aliens,
with a Baz-like character,
with a Baz-like character, with an older woman with red hair that came to town, yes, I would read it.
Yeah, actually, Sonia, it's so funny you say that because I do think of you when I'm thinking of like new characters, because you've said that before, and I always think, you know what, I really do need to put that in. I really do.
Honestly, it wouldn't be the first time my name has appeared in a book. So it's not. My full name is in a book. I won a contest. Sue Ann Clark did a contest, and her Zelda book is I'm a sassy black lady in that one. So I've always wanted to be a sassy black lady. So yeah,
that actually is amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, Bass needs a girlfriend. If you need some research, I got it. I love me a carpenter. I got it.
I sent Karina a very long list of cozy mysteries on, but this was before even when she was writing the cheese shop, it was, it was like, hey, here's, we were already talking. I didn't just,
yeah.
It was like, oh, well, what would you like to see? And then I just kept saying, I think she was like, oh, because I just kept going. I was like,
hey, because the ideas were fantastic. I was like, oh, can I really use these? Can I read? And you were like, yes. Oh my God, I'd love to. And I just thought, if I could write fast, like, oh my God, she gave me like every idea in the book.
You don't write like Tanya Kappas?
That are still, I'm thinking, how can I like really work that? Because there are a couple, and I think you know what they are, Tiffany, that I like in particular. So yeah.
And yeah, because I think the discussion was like, what kind of topics in cozy mysteries haven't you seen that you would like to? And I think that kind of like started the conversation, and I was like, oh well.
100 ideas.
Yes.
I have a couple hundred.
A couple hundred, yes. Oh, hi, Holly. I'm so excited to see you. Well, not next month, but like a few days away from next month.
Yes,
Like a
yes.
month. Yes. She said 5 stars for Case of the Blues. And then Angel Wolf said 5 stars for Case of the Blues.
Thank you.
And then Case of the Blues was one of my top favorites of the series. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Hey, Donna. Donna said she gave Case of the Blues, loved it, gave it 5 stars. Hi,
No.
Donna. And then Anita said, what's strange, the first 3 are available on audio, but not the others in the series.
Right. They didn't get picked up. I don't it's the sub rights people of Macmillan, and I couldn't they do their own thing, and it's annoying, but
I wish I had the technology. I'd read them for you.
I know. I wish you did too. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Oh my gosh.
I can do voices, and I've done audio. So
Yeah. Oh, I know. You were on the on Jackie's podcast, and that you were fantastic on that. They did a murder mystery, like old radio show. It's fantastic.
Nice.
Jackie
Yeah,
Lance's
that would
podcast.
be great. That would be great.
Can I just in a minute, Tiffany? I've just had a message from Sarah.
Oh yeah.
I asked how she's doing. I've had a bad weekend, lots of nausea. I'm having a procedure tomorrow that should help. They're going to remove more fluid from my belly. Hopefully I should be going home next week as long as that procedure works. So I think we can keep Sarah in our thoughts and prayers, guys.
For sure.
That they get this under control.
Yeah, for sure. She's really gone through it. So
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
But I'm glad she's giving us updates, and
Yeah.
we can continue to. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Fiona.
No worries.
Barbara says, "Hey, author lady." I loved. Jane says, "Hi, Jane." I'd answer. Okay, so I think so. She said, "I'd answer why I think that Max didn't give an answer about the cheese and just gave a clue. But my speculation would
Would give away the ending."
See, I think he knew that everyone was kind of awful. And I also think I think he needed it. He could have said, I think he was kind of a jerk himself, because he could have just said, just one, given the nature of the relationship that he had with his daughter, and also just not being clear about things.
Right.
Without trying not to be spoilery. But I think he also had to do it that way to maintain interest in that cheese for the cheese festival.
Yes.
Because didn't he know he was dying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he had to do it that way to maintain interest in the one last cheese festival.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, well, I'll listen to other people's thoughts on it, but yeah, I agree with that.
I think that I agree with you on several. I think that it was definitely because he wanted everybody's mind on that throughout the festival, and that kept it going. Like, everybody was so focused on,
Right.
that particular cheese, how to fight it and make sure that it didn't, die off and all these things.
Right.
And I also agree that a big portion of it was everybody that he should have in society, we would say, left it to his daughter, some of the other people he didn't have that relationship with. And so rather than just leaving it directly to Willa, I feel like this was his roundabout way of leaving it directly to Will. Did I give a spoiler?
No, I
don't
don't think so. I think we all knew that Stewie.
No.
I mean, I think that was kind of a way of doing it without stepping on toes by doing it in this like straight line, so to speak.
Mhm.
I also think that just based upon what we got of Max's character, it was kind of in his character to just do something like that.
Right.
You know,
right.
That's what I
and it just seemed like that was, always his.
because people who
roundabout
are obsessed
way.
with games and puzzles and things like that,
Yes.
that's
So
how they're
it
going to
just
want to go out.
And the fact that he always left it mysterious, even when he was alive, and did it like, left them a note, hey, I'm gone to do it. Like, it wasn't just about because the cheese was, it made the cheese what it was. The mystery of it made it what it was. Otherwise, it might have just been a really good regular cheese. But the mystery aspect of it, while he was alive, made it very sought after. And so he kind of wanted to keep that alive by doing that. But also very much what you said, Tiffany, in my mind anyway, was that it was a way for him to get away with not directly giving it to them. Saying, well, you all have a chance, but then secretly saying, but here, Willa, you have more, here you get more chances, but nobody's going to know, kind of thing.
It reminded me of the Westing game more than Da Vinci Code.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that one.
Oh, the Westing game is so fantastic. It does not age well because it was written in like the 60s or 70s. So a lot of stereotypes and stuff that are just like, ooh, now. But it won the Newbery Award. It's a mystery where like this man, Westing, dies and leaves his inheritance to people, but like if they want to get the inheritance, they have to play this game when he leaves behind all these clues because he was very much into riddles and clues.
Gotcha.
No, I have that actually, that book. And I hadn't read it in so long it didn't even occur to me, but I have it because I wanted to read it again. I got it maybe 6 or 8 months ago from, I think it was from a free thing or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, this. And I remember liking it and wanting to read it again. And then, but yeah, you're absolutely right.
It looks like real quick, I wanted to say Sarah's in the chat with us. Hi, Sarah. We miss you
Hi,
too,
Sarah.
but we're so happy that you're where you are and getting better so that you can come home and join us again. Oh, it's so good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
We're so happy to see you. Lots of people thinking and praying for you for sure. For sure. Sonia, what about you? Did you have anything? I'm sorry. Before
I kind of, you both kind of touched on what I thought anyway, is because Max was the Riddler. The Riddler is going to leave a riddle, but also like he didn't have the relationship. If he would have had a close personal relationship with his daughter, I think it would have been a little different. But because he didn't, and also, maybe he was a little bit, like mentally kind of, and just one of those people who think differently, who don't necessarily relate with emotions, that are more, relate with intellect. And that was, I just felt like he did that because he was such like the riddle guy, I like puzzles and riddles. So everybody else does too.
Right.
So what I hear you saying is, Tiffany, you're exactly right.
Yes, Tiffany, you are exactly right. You are the epitome of awesomeness, and no one is more awesome than you.
Are you done or no?
I mean, do you want me to write a dissertation? Because
it would be nice, but it's okay. I can move on.
Move on.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I love your face. You know that.
I'm just teasing you anyways. So I wrote down and I got these questions. I looked up some questions and then I formed some questions and kind of married them. But I also did this at like 4 a.m. on the way to Orlando, and now I'm like, what was I writing here? Has anybody got text from me? It's like getting text from a drunk sailor on a given day. Sonia probably definitely knows. I'm like, were you able to filter that? And like, I literally text about 90% of the time after my first text and say, I haven't been drinking.
It was like Tiffany's had edibles.
Edible.
So I said, I think I was asking about the motivation. Do you think the motivation for the different characters was just the cheese, or was there other things behind the motivation for what they were doing?
It was all about the money.
Good
They
question.
didn't care about the cheese. They wanted the money that the cheese would get them.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Because I kind of
the whole bragging rights of the cheese. Because some of those people are real egocentric, narcissistic.
Yes, but then it's not about the cheese. It's about them and their ego.
But the
Yes,
cheese is
but,
what's bringing them that satisfaction of, ooh, I'm the big cheese person now. Now I'm the big cheese.
Yeah.
And, I think that money had a big part to do with it. Absolutely.
too.
But I think some of it had to do with just that whole, whoever has the biggest toy wins.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments what you think. I would say both of those things. I definitely think it was money. I definitely think it was the I won it, I got it, finders keeper. But
Neener.
neener. But I do think there was more with the daughter in the background of things. I think that the face to put on is we didn't have this relationship, so whatever. But I do think that there was this idea of legacy to the daughter that maybe didn't show, and she wanted it to show actually as I'm just in it for the money. We didn't have a close relationship, blah 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 blah. I do think that there was. I just believe that there was probably more to it on her part.
Mhm.
And granted, I mean, I don't know anybody's intentions. They're fictional characters, and maybe Karina has more to say on it after everybody else. But I just feel like there probably was. But because of their relationship to the public, it would probably be easier to just be in it for bragging rights, for this, for that.
Okay, guys, before you get into any more discussion, I'm gonna hop off because it's time for me to hit the sack.
Absolutely.
We chat with
You mean
you
you're
guys.
not going to stay up all night with us?
I'm
Right?
afraid not, cousin, because I am absolutely shattered. I need to get to my bed and sleep, honey.
Yeah, get you some sleep, sweetheart.
Yep, I will speak to you guys next week. But I'll speak to you, Emily and Sonia, during the week to try and organize our buddy read. Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
because it's
Okay.
September next month too.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Right. Night, everyone.
Bye, Fiona.
You.
So I think most people in the chat thinks it's definitely money related. Everybody said I agree with Emily. Anita and Angel Wolf. And then I think a lot of people thought it was money driven, and I definitely do think that was a big part of it. But I do agree with Sonia that I think there was a lot of just bragging rights. And then Holly said the people who were going to continue Max's shop seemed like they needed the cheese to keep the business going. That's a good point. And I think that would go back to money. Like you have to have the money to keep it. But I do think that they needed that shop was so known for the cheese. Like even if you had all the money in the world, I think the cheese was a big attraction to the shop because of the history of it. So I agree with Holly in the sense like you really needed that.
Right.
Right. Like
and
that was a
they
gimmick.
were all a little bit, entitled because they had worked there with him, and they all felt, I think, they were kind of jealous of each other, and I think they wanted to feel like the special one, the one that even though they were all vying for the cheese, whoever ended up getting it, they would somehow feel like they deserved to get it, even though it was only about solving a puzzle. They wanted to feel like, oh, he would have given it to me anyway. This is, I deserved this. And so from my point of view, having written it was mostly the money, but it was more. Tiffany was, again, perfectly correct. That, and Sonia
We
as
didn't
well.
rehearse this, y'all. This is
that it was more. It was even more than that. It was about the bragging rights and about, kind of like the other. I can't remember who it was who wanted the cheese without the work. We didn't want to make it and stuff. Whatever. That was all of them. Kind of. They wanted to ride Max's coattails and have this, and then be able to just get everything from it that he'd already built up to. And that again went to why none of them were very nice, and I didn't balance it with, they all need to be like, these are the things I'm thinking as I'm writing these characters, where they're not really, and none of them really did deserve to get that cheese, and
it's very opportunistic people.
Yes, absolutely.
And,
Also, like, what does that say about, like, but here's the thing, like, Willow's the only one who was like not so opportunistic. So like, what does that say about Max that he's employing all of these people?
Right. Well, they did have, I mean, it's true. And I feel like for him, as the Riddler, he was like a little self-centered as well, it gave him the giggles, even, posthumously, that they would have to all do this. So, so he wasn't a great character himself, and he kind of surrounded himself with those.
And that's basically who Willa, like, kind of based her life on, was this relationship with this Max guy who's not that great.
But I think it was less of, I think it was her relationship, but I think it was all he taught her about cheese. And I think it was more the appreciation of that's the person who really showed her the art of cheese more than his character. I would
loving
say.
the art, but maybe not the artist.
Because I think he, was really the one that encapsulated her world. But
which is making me really appreciate Team Cheese right now for her.
Yes, because you know what? Somebody like that who is very only thinks about cheese, ignores his family for that sake, they're a great mentor for that one little thing. Not a mentor for your life and how you should live, but a mentor for, okay, this is, how to be passionate about cheese. And so that is also almost why when she came to Yarrow Glen, she didn't come to find family. She came to have her dream, and just the Team Cheese was just a wonderful thing that she really did need, that she almost didn't realize, she needed, because that was not there with Max or with any of them. And
might have been why it was so surprising to her too.
Correct.
And you made a point that made me think, so back to the first question, you said, everybody also wanted to believe that Max left it to them, or would have left it to them, and that led me to believe, also that might have been why he did it too, because instead of just picking one person and knowing that it was going to cause, all this strife, I'm going to let the best person to figure it out win. And I think he knew how that was going to end in a way, but you know what I mean? I think that was also a way of not okay, I'm going to step on toes by just doing this. They're already very competitive. They all want it. And, so that might've been another, kind of that.
Yeah, I agree. Giving it to one person, then you're rejecting all the others. And I do feel like he didn't want to, because, all the others were a little bit like him. And, I do think he did have real feelings for all of them. I don't think he, I really, even though they were opportunistic, I think it wasn't like he just wanted to push them. He did have his own, relationships with all of them.
So maybe, like maybe I see that, but also see it as like, so as someone who's lost both her parents and where like the will was an issue for one of my parents. Like I think as much as he might not have wanted to cause strife amongst the survivors of like, oh man, if I give it to this person, it's going to cause hurt feelings or whatever.
Right.
Dealing with breaking up and settling a state is messy, and there's feelings that are going to be had no matter what you do. Yeah. It's better and cleaner and less messy to specify things like that in wills, because then you can say like, oh well, they don't deserve it, but you know what, you might feel that person doesn't deserve it, but ultimately the deceased person who gave away the property, it was their right to give it to whoever they wanted to give it to.
Right.
And once it's in a will, then you can't argue it.
Right.
Well, you can. People go to court, but it's harder to argue it.
Right.
I'm sorry, I so didn't mean not. I think that one of his motivating factors that we haven't said is that I think that he probably wouldn't have chosen his child, and that instead of doing that, it's one thing to like just leave it to who you want when you have children, and it makes sense. But like none of these people were relatives of his except for that, and I think that's not what he wanted to do, and so that made it extra sticky,
right?
You know, of a situation.
Yeah.
So,
and again, he also liked, you know, he kind of liked the idea, the thought of them all like getting crazy and going after it.
Yeah. Carmen said, I think Willow appreciated the art of cheese making and the specialness of cheese.
She did. Yes, absolutely. Because in all of this, I think that's what got lost almost, was that the cheese was really special and terrific and, you know, amazing. It wasn't just the mystery of it. It really was a fantastic cheese, and that kind of got lost with everybody wanting it for their own, you know, reasons.
Yeah, for sure.
But how many wanted it just because the cheese was very special, you know, kind of Willa did, but then she didn't want it because of what it would mean to have it.
Yeah. And Melmac said, yeah, that's what I think. The cheese was the draw, and behind the shop's success, it went much deeper than the money.
I love that some of you like thought about that and not just on the level. I appreciate that you thought that way.
Yeah. Thank you, Sonia. Jane said, yes. So we normally do sprints every.
That's my fault.
Do a discussion for the first. No, it's not. It's all set up this way.
Usually we're done
while
by 5.
We're doing the
I apologize.
Cheese Stop read along. There's one Sunday a month where we do the read along questions, and then after we're done, we'll do regular sprints. But then every other Sunday we do regular sprints. So, but thank you for asking, Jane. Reminds me a little of the movies Knives Out. I can't remember if I've seen that or not.
That was the one with the house. They were in the manor and all of the family was there, and that was great.
Like a lot of famous people, like Daniel Craig, I think, was in it. Yeah. A lot of famous people were in it.
Awesome. It was what really brought back mysteries to the movies, and like the rebirth of the mystery on screen, the old-fashioned mysteries. Knives Out did. It's great.
Anita said, yeah. Thank you. Other people said we will, Jane. Yeah, Jane, I'm sorry. There's probably other sprints you can look up. We'll see you next Sunday. Have a great day. Oh, yeah. So, overall, this is the 4th book in the series. So, I want to ask about the characters and Teen Cheese. I'm trying to think of a way to ask this. Well, how do you think each person has a relationship with Willa in terms of how then they work into solving the murder?
Because this was the one with like the Ocean's 11, where they went to the hotel to retrieve the pieces of evidence, and they all had to work together, kind of undercover to get that. So Mrs. Schultz played a big part in that and putting that together, but everybody had their role in that.
Yeah. What about you, Sonia? Do you think that the roles have changed and how the relationships in the roles between Team Cheese play into how they help solve the murder?
That's a good question. I think so in some, because I think there's been like a natural evolutionary thing happening in each book. But yeah, somewhat, but not drastic. Just like small evolutionary, wiggles and bits.
I think it's interesting that, like, okay, so Willa very much takes on the mentorship role with Archie, right? And it's a very different mentorship than she had with Max, right? Because, and it's also interesting to see her really, like, because Archie's kind of like the bumbling kid,
Right.
and she really, in this book was just kind of like, you know what, I'm like, you have this situation with, what's her name, Hope, and she's really trying to kind of like give guidance, like not even necessarily give guidance, just kind of like, well, you can do you can do this or do this, kind of like give input, but also be like, you're an adult. You're an adult, and I'm here to, like, there's this option, like, I'm gonna lay out the options for you, and I'll be a sounding board.
Right.
But I need to be hands off and not be involved in that, because you're an adult and you need to live your life.
Right. And not be so, she wanted to make sure that she wasn't too much, when you look up to somebody, they can have a lot of influence on you that maybe they don't mean to have, or maybe they do mean to have. And so she wanted to make sure she didn't have any, like, that undue influence, and yet be there, for him.
Yes.
And and her mentorship wasn't like that. And it's interesting you say that, because in, I guess it's Bait and Swiss, when the 6th book that comes up, there's a discussion between some other people who run a shop and what they would do for one of the workers who, like, wants to franchise their shop and whatever. And it was all about money and everything. And she started thinking, well, what if Archie wanted one? Would it be all about the money? And it got her thinking about her real relationships with, her friends, and how that overlaps with, are they just, employees, or are they more than that? And of course they're more than that. And she, as much as she, loves her dream and loves her cheese and has a passion for her shop, like, she, by book 6, she's starting to realize, or not starting to, it has to be acknowledged, because this comes up, that, wow, I wouldn't put the cheese first. I would put my friends even before cheese, which for her is a huge, huge deal, because cheese always, it was everything. As it was her comfort, it was her, everything. She could count on cheese. She said that before, cheese will never let me down, kind of thing. And for her to finally come to that is a big thing. And so she's, your point of how she's trying to mentor Archie is very much, thinking of more than just the cheese, and very much a relational thing.
And even, like, when she sees, like, he's working at the bakery.
Yeah.
I mean, she could have just been like, hey, are you this tired because you're working at the bakery, and what's going on there? She's like, nope, he it seems like he has something that he wants to tell me, and I need to let him bring this up. I need to not
Right.
like respecting his coming into adulthood.
Right.
This might be a little bit of my own intuition just because I had a little brother. I feel like because of Willa's relationship with her little brother and how close they were, and then the loss of him might be some of the reason that she filters some of that big sister energy into Archie. Because I find myself doing that sometimes too, because I had that and that's gone. So I kind of tie that into that, but I don't know if I'm extra sensitive because I share that experience with Willa.
No, I don't think you're extra sensitive. I'm glad you think of it, because he definitely has a influence on her life forever. So,
and if she point blank asked him, she ran the risk of running him off, and she didn't want to do that.
Right. And of again, I think she's sensitive to who she is to him and thinking, oh, is he just gonna, if he wants to do something else, I don't want him to feel obligated to be here because we're close. You know, it's so hard when you're working as somebody, but you have a kind of a more of a power position, you know, and so she's very sensitive to that power position and doesn't want him to feel like he would give something up that he really wanted because, you know, she's upset about it, or because she would be disappointed in him, or whatever. You know, she wanted to make sure, okay, whatever decision he comes to, it's one he really wants to come to.
Well, after all you guys were talking, well, the reason I asked the question partly about the relationship with all the characters is because I feel like Karina does a really good job with making each character have their moment. Like, even if it's, you know, not all in the same book, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this is a standout moment for Archie, or this is a standout moment.
Yeah. This is an Archie episode. This is
yes, or Mrs. Schultz episode.
Yeah, this is a Mrs. Schultz episode.
Mrs. Schultz with like her knowing makeup and all the dramatics coming to like shine in the hotel heist.
Yeah. I really liked that throughout the series, and so I think that's why I asked the question. But you guys said something that made me think. Emily said something, and Karina's response about her relationship with Archie and wanting to, you know, not just be a mentor of Cheese, but a mentor as a big sister in life, and also could have related back to her relationship with Max, and that although he taught her about cheese, he didn't have the relationship on the other parts with Emily. Emily was talking about where it was lacking, or even if it wasn't lacking, it was like stuff she didn't necessarily appreciate about him. And she wants to have a different relationship in the person she mentors.
Correct.
You know, so, wow, we are really coming full circle, ladies.
You know, if we could probably solve the world's problems.
World questions, right?
It looks like, Holly said, I loved the hotel scene.
Oh, thanks. It was fun to write. That was a fun one. I really enjoyed it.
And then let's see. I don't know if there's
It was fun. It was fun for like Mrs. Schultz to shine with her acting and her makeup skills. Yes. But then just like, I feel so bad. I like who was the new guy that she's kind of feeling for?
It's the grocery store guy.
Lou. Yes.
Right?
Lou. He was so sweet about it.
Okay. She's like, I feel bad that I deceived Lou, and he was so kind to me. And
yeah. Nobody expected number one Lou to be there, but then also for him to be so nice. Like usually Lou is like
he's a grouch. Yeah.
So
right. He's kind of
that was a surprise, and then she felt bad that she had to.
I almost called him Mr. Hooper. Like, how old am I?
I know Mr. Hooper.
So before we let you get off here, I think everybody gave their ratings. Before we wrap up, is there a good time for book 5? Next
gosh.
I think end of September is good. I don't have my thing with me, but I don't have October's the crazy month for me. So I think what's good for you, like the last Sunday of September, or let me look at the calendar of September.
So Sundays, September's are 20. We could do the 21st or the 28th.
Can we try the 21st?
Yeah.
Because I have the Little Falls New York Cheese Festival to go on October 4th. So before I'll probably be getting ready for that. So September 21st, does that work?
That's my
I think
birthday
that
weekend.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
Yay!
And that'll be Fondue or Die.
What's that? Yes, Fondue or Die is number 5.
And
And I'm so
this is the one I'm most
excited.
excited to hear Emily's take on. So
That's what I'm so excited for Emily's take on what happens next, because it just I just so we'll do 21st 4 o'clock on Sunday for Fondue or Die. Karina, any last questions for Karina? I just want to stop 1 second. Jane, good grief. Nobody is not answering you. We're in the middle of a conversation. We're going to be wrapping up, and then we're going to go into a reading sprint. But nobody's ignoring you or not answering you. Okay. Sorry. Does anybody have any last questions for Karina before we let her drop off and get back to whatever she's got going on? I want to keep her all day.
Enjoying it.
Oh, I'm reading Fondue or Die now. Excellent. Excellent. I hope you are enjoying it as well.
Also, it's timely that we're reading it in September, because I was reading the back of it and it happens over Labor Day weekend. And I was like, how did that work out perfectly?
Yeah, it's a perfect timing. It really is. Yeah.
Mood readers rejoice.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And about the festival, it's outside, and it's awesome.
Oh, and this one is so fun. It's so fun. And I don't want to give anything away. Never mind. I was gonna say something I won't say.
It is a fun one. I think it is.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So thank you so much, Karina, for joining us and for taking the time out to chat with us. We're having so much fun with the read along. Thank you so much for doing it with us.
Well, I love that you asked me, and really thank you so much. I love being here. I love seeing all you guys online, and talking to you guys about it. Thanks. And it's fun to revisit my books, because I never do. I just go on to the next one and go on to the next one. And so this is fun for me too. So thanks everybody. Thanks for being here. Again, I'm sorry I was late today.
It's okay.
You are never late. Nobody's ever late here. Whenever you get here, it's just fine. So.
It was great to see you, Karina.
It was great to see you. Great. And have a great birthday, Tiffany. I sent you a little something.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, Karina. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you. Oh, guys, thanks for hanging in there for the discussion. I hope you're enjoying. So 21st at 4 p.m. for the next one. And let us see. So I think we will hop into a sprint. I did not do very good with preparing, because I got home, like I said, so quick to when we started. So I'm going to throw up this. Oop, I'm just waiting for the commercials. There we go. Okay. So let me see. Did that work? What have I done here? Okay. So is everybody good with reading to the top of the hour?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. What have I done here? Hold on.
My cute dinner deliverer person might be delivering dinner, so I might be a little late coming back, but
yes, absolutely.
My handsome delivery food person.
Oh,
my shopper is still grocery shopping, but like I said, whenever I get a text that it's been delivered, I'm going to be camera off, microphoning, putting those away.
Absolutely.
19 of 25 items are shopped.
We're here to the top of the hour, and happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
Happy reading.
Hello, Storm.
Hey,
How are you?
good. How are you?
Well,
I heard you were a tiny bit sleepy, maybe.
tiny bit sleepy. How are things going? What are you up to? What are you reading?
Things are going pretty good. Well, it is JP Beaumont Day, so I have started Minor in Possession with the gals because we're doing our JA Jants, and I am almost to the end of chapter 6, going into chapter 7, and I can say that if Jance wants to scare me, she's doing a good job because there's a snake scene.
Oh,
I don't like snakes.
I
That's all I say because I don't know where anybody else is, but
listen.
I'm really liking it so far. I just started it today and already there, so
I'm with you. I read just for a little bit of the time. I was talking to Kevin a little bit of the time. And I am 64% into Diners, Drive-In, and Lies. It's the one I'm reading with my eyeball, so it's taking me a little while longer, but I am absolutely loving it. If you like the old time dinery series, I think that you're feeling, I think that you would really like this book. At least so far it's been, so
that's good.
yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. While everybody is getting
Just
back.
that title though reminds me that I did see that Tonya Kappas has number 41 in the Campers and Criminals coming out or whatever. I was like 40. When did we get to 41? Last I knew it was 30 something. I'm like, what the heck? I'm still on like number 3, I think.
Well, then you just have a big backlist.
Yeah.
So I am really, really enjoying it. I'll definitely read it next sprint, and I know that there's a line for it at the library, so I really got to get on it because I didn't read yesterday because I was busy at the conventions. I got 5 days. I plenty of time.
Plenty of time, yeah.
So we are going back up to the top of the comments because we kind of hopped down to the bottom of the comments for the Karina discussion. So I think we were right here with Melmac. She said, "Hi, everyone. I'm reading Boiled Over by Barbara Ross, number 2, and the main clam bake. Excellent. Excellent." And then Holly said, "Hello. Hi, Holly." She said she's reading Ellie Alexander's Laying Down the Latte, her newest one that just came out. I hope you are loving. I can't
like
wait.
Your profile with the pretty butterfly and the green leaves.
I'm excited to see you next month, Holly. Well, not next month, but you know what I mean. Carmen says, "Hi, everyone. I'm reading Minor in Possession, J.P. Beaumont today. Have you encountered any snakes?" Just a question. Kim said to Fiona, about her lunch. She said, "Thanks. I started this series during COVID, rereading, then will continue. Lunch was at a local homemade barbecue restaurant. Best fried chicken to me. That is awesome." And then Cation had said that the main clam bake, one of my favorite series is the main clam bake, is what she was talking about. Anita said, "Hi, everyone. I'm very excited to be here, and I'm reading Fun Do or Die." Excellent. So you'll be all ready for the discussion next month. And you've read the first 2, right? Storm?
I read the first one.
Oh, for whatever reason, I thought you'd read the second one.
No, I meant to read the second one. I even had it out from the library or whatever on Libby, and I just never got to it. And so then I was like, well, I better send it back. And so then I've just never gotten to it.
Gotcha.
So now I feel like super behind. So I was like, I don't want to be like just sitting there on the live, like,
yeah, I feel bad when someone hasn't read it because They're welcome to, but I don't know. I don't want them to feel uncomfortable. But that makes sense to me. I mean, you do
So
whatever
I was
works
like,
for you.
well, I was like, I'll just wait until after I get done eating, and it'll just be
Yeah.
better that way. So.
There you go. Hey Toya, she says hi everyone. Reading Killer Jam #1. Oh, what series is that from? Oh, is that Karen?
That's
No.
Karen McInerney, isn't it?
I know, but I don't think #1 is. So I think it's a different series, right?
Well, I thought
She definitely has a book called Killer Jam, but I just didn't think it was. You could be right. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's #1 of the Dewberry Farm.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I thought it was like I thought Killer Jam was later, and so I thought it
Yes,
was.
that's the one it is. It's Killer Jam. Yeah, it says Dewberry Farm #1.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought there was a new Jam series. I got very excited because I read that and I liked it. I really like Karen McInerney. I really like her Graywell Inn series.
I haven't read her, but I know everybody says that they really like her.
Yeah, and I need to start it over because it was one that I read when I first started Cozies and I caught up. And then I went to other things and I never came back to finished it. And now in order to like, if I picked up the next one, I would have no idea. It's been that long.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh.
Yeah, when it comes to things like that with like series and stuff, I've been looking on like Goodreads and things and I want to get all my series put on my list so then I know these are the series that so I really ask myself, do I want to start this series over or just cut my losses and it's not a series to me anymore. It's just, I've read one book. Yeah. And stuff, because it's like, because a lot of those, especially some of the cozies and things like that, and then I'll see how many they went. If they only went, like, some of them only had like 2 or 3 or whatever, and I just read the one, and I'm like, and I don't really want to read the first one over, so I just take it off my list. And I've been going through my Goodreads trying to just, some of them, even romance like series or whatever, I might have read the first one. It might have been in 2015. Well, I don't really care about this series anymore, obviously. So I'm like, it was just a standalone romance for me. I don't even remember what was going on. Let's just skip to the next book. Let's just going through my books that I have that way I have all my series kind of on the one sheet. And those are going to be the ones that I'm going to worry about. And then I'll add ones as I start them.
Yeah.
Because I'm already up to like
smart.
170 series on my list anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, see, yeah, then that's smart. Like, if you know that it's like a loss to you, then, you know, yeah, I agree.
And then there'll be the ones that's like, well, I remember really liking that. I don't mind starting over again. And so I'll write that on my list and I put start over next to it.
And that's the way I would be with Killer or the Graywell Inn. I definitely feel like it's one that I really loved. And so I would start it over.
Motorcycle?
Oh, no.
So I need to apologize. I'm sorry to interrupt for a minute. It's finally a nice day out where I can have the windows open. And I live off of a busy street. So if you hear motorcycles drag racing,
that's what I was like, motorcycle? It sounded like.
It did.
I'm sorry.
But no, I don't blame you. I would have my windows open too. Totally.
Next week, we're only going to be up in the 70s and we may get rain tomorrow. So
I know. Weren't you complaining about rain earlier? And having too much.
I know. I said in June, I'm like, I'm so sick and tired of rain. But by August and stuff like that, it'll be like, well, we could probably use a little rain. Because it's only rained one time since I complained about the rain in June.
Yeah.
And I knew that's how it would be because usually July and August here are so dry.
Yeah.
But I like it kind of because then I don't have to mow. Grass ain't growing.
That's true. That's true. Donna said, hello, everyone. Hope everyone is well. I'm currently reading Murder at an Irish Bakery by Carleen O'Connor. Very nice. That's one that you really like, Storm, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. I really was being serious.
Oh, okay.
No. I thought it was.
No, I like her more gritty one.
Oh, okay. So there is a series that you really like by her.
Yeah,
I just
It's
have the
the-
wrong one. I
it's
read
the-
something.
Cork County or Cary County.
Oh, okay, okay. Yes. Okay.
But yeah, that one's the one I've read like 5, and I think I've put it on the DNF list. I don't really care.
Oh, yeah, because you didn't like the
The
main character, right?
Yeah. When I'm going through my series, I'm like, because it was on my like, I need to read the next one in the series or kick it to the curb. And you know what? I was like, all the books that I have on that list, I think I've only read one this year. So evidently, I wanted to kick them all to the curb because like, I don't care. I don't want to read these.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Does Shannon says, "Hi all, me and Murder She Wrote, a palette for murder. Happy reading. You as well." And then Anita said, "I read it and loved it about the murder she wrote." People just saying hi back and forth. And then she said, "I think I got to 5 or 6. Mom, Mac, I think I got to 5 or 6. Maybe in the Barbara Ross in the main clam bake." Welcome back, Sonia.
Thank you.
Emily, Sonia, how was your sprints? Good. I know both of you were putting away groceries and eating and all
Only
this kind
groceries I was putting away were my face, but yeah, it was.
Yeah, I had my grocery delivery and I forgot to order something, and I realized it when I was unpacking groceries. What that something is that I forgot to order now, I can't tell you because menopause and brain fog. It's a delight.
Yeah. Dan we have a guy that's in the little, I live in a little cozy mystery town. So we have a lot of little towns around us, little hamlets around us. But we have a guy that's like he's an ex-Marine. And on weekends, he loves to barbecue. So he just barbecues like tons of like pork steaks and, whatever. And it's really, really good. And it's very, very reasonable. And he's such a nice guy. So Dan's like, I'm going to go to the barbecue guy, and get dinner tonight.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
we had that. And then we didn't make any sides or anything. Dan's like, I don't even need anything. I ate half a grapefruit. I love grapefruit. So I ate grapefruit and pork steak. It's like, it's not the most balanced of meals, but it's what I wanted.
There you go.
Really
Whatever
tasty.
works for you.
Yeah. And Dan found root beer popsicles, and I can't drink root beer because I can't drink anything carbonated, but I can eat the popsicles, and I crave root beer all the time. So I'm like, yes.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I love root beer. It's my favorite drink, or like my favorite soda. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, I'm very.
Why can you not drink the carbonation because you had that surgery, or is it?
Yeah. Anytime that you have VSG surgery, it's very difficult to drink anything that's carbonated. So, like beer, soda. I mean, I've never been a beer drinker really because I think it tastes gross. But I just, I can drink it, but I don't like how it feels afterwards. You get very bubbly, right?
I see.
And it hurts. And I don't like to push the boundaries of what I've had done to try to find some sort of success in, what I'm doing. So
Yeah. Good for you. It's probably, I've never had it, but I have seen that they have A&W root beer water add-ins.
yeah.
Not very good.
No.
I've never had it.
That sounds great.
I don't think it sounds
seen
like it would be
both ones
good. And I
too.
love root beer, but I don't think it sounds good as a water add-in. But I just wanted to tell her about it if she didn't know.
It
Like
doesn't
the
hit,
root
it
beer-
doesn't hit the same.
The root beer candy. Like, do you remember those?
Oh, root beer barrels. My mother loves them.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, my
The
mother
bottle
loves
tops. Didn't they have like the bottle tops or whatever they have?
bottle caps.
Bottle caps, yeah. They had like
Yes.
root beer and all kinds of stuff in there.
Yeah, those you're like saying all of my mom's favorite candy because root beer barrels, bottle caps. She loves all of that. It's just nice to have like actual because it doesn't. My problem with the root beer water additives is it has kind of like I like the water additives. I not all of them, but I like some of them. But they always tend to have that there's a little taste to it, and I don't know how to explain the taste, but with the root beer and that, and then it's like so flat, because it's water, which it needs to be flat. But I don't know. It hits different for me, and I just don't.
That's what I think. I agree. Now, I've never had it, but that's what I think wouldn't work for me is not the first part, but the second part. Like, I hate flat pop. And so the idea that you would put it in your water and it's supposed to taste like pop, then I would just feel like I would have that sensation of drinking flat. I hate flat pop. I don't like it.
And see, that's really the only way I can drink soda at all is if I shake the
It's flat.
It's flat, yeah. Yeah. So if I'm craving the taste of root beer, that's usually what I would do is like.
So the best soda for you to get is the one from the convenience store, or when you go in there and you get the soda from the thing, because that stuff always tastes flat to me. Like
it's not real crispy.
Doesn't hit like if you get it in a can or a bottle.
It's definitely usually the convenience store ones aren't real crispy, but if you go to McDonald's, their sodas are like extra crispy.
Yeah, so I was gonna say you can't go to McDonald's to get their pop.
No, because like even before I had surgery, I mean it still kind of tear up your throat, But
yeah, I said it's got to be like they just don't have their carbonation turned on.
Yeah, they don't have their veins turned on right.
The O2 sensor, yeah.
I think. Well, I don't think anything's as crispy as it used to be. Like Coke used to be the thing. Like you took one drink of Coke and you're like, you know what I mean? You could like belch the alphabet like Booger from Revenge of the Nerds. Yeah. But now it's just like you can barely like. I don't know. I think that's.
I used to get the Diet Dr. Pepper from the convenience stores because Dad likes to go there and get it and everything. And I'm like, it's just sweet. All it takes is sweet. There's like no carbonation kick or anything. It's just sweet. And I just didn't like it, so I quit getting it. But then I was like, I'm going to get a bottle, and I want to see if the bottle. And I belched and belched and belched so much. I was like, no, this is the way you're supposed to.
This is as crispy as it's supposed to be. I have seen in some gas stations, because, we don't have enough problem with people drinking too much sugar, that it has extra syrup. Like you can get Mountain Dew with extra syrup. Like they have the syrup vein turned up extra. So it's extra sweet. I cannot even imagine. Like I cannot even imagine how, like, it makes my teeth itch almost just thinking about how sweet that would be. But, I mean, my taste has changed in the last 3 years anyway with my whole journey. So, I mean.
And I think everything, if you don't eat it or drink it for a long period of time, then you can change your taste buds where you just don't.
Oh, absolutely. Because of the and not this isn't my whole experience. Sorry, I don't need to take over the conversation. Fruits and vegetables are so much sweeter to me now than they ever were. Like carrots to me are sweet.
Yeah.
And I didn't ever realize that before.
Yeah, when I was doing keto all the time and stuff, you could tell like your just taste buds are different, and you could tell a little bit different, and it made things that you didn't care for that much taste better. Yeah.
Well, and you mentioned, Emily, menopause too. Any sort of like perimenopause, any sort of hormonal change or whatever can change your taste buds too. Like I used to hate blueberries, absolutely could not eat them, and now I eat them like crack candy. So
every 7 years your taste buds change, which is why some people will all of a sudden develop peanut allergies when they never had one before. Because every 7 years your body chemistry changes.
Yeah. Puberty does that too. Yeah. Puberty will change. I wasn't allergic to shellfish until I went through puberty.
Yeah.
And I was like, do I get allergic to shellfish when I go through menopause? Or, is it like a reset? But I don't really want to test that theory. So it's kind of like, I'll just not eat shellfish.
Yeah.
I would cry if I got a peanut allergy because, like, peanut butter is like my huge I would feel so sad.
I think for popcorn allergy would kill me.
What?
I think a popcorn allergy would put me in the grave.
Well, I broke a tooth on popcorn.
Yeah,
so.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah. For me, it's like my thing is scents, like not food, where I've noticed a big change for me. And it's not like I've always been sensitive to scents between asthma and allergies and migraine triggers. But and I don't know if it's menopause or if it's since I started like I take injections for I have hidradenitis suppurativa. I'm probably mispronouncing it. HS. It's an inflammatory skin condition. And so I take Cosentyx 2 injections every month. And since I started taking that, I've noticed my scents are even more sensitive.
I've noticed since a lot of people that I know, like friends of mine who had COVID, their scents have completely changed as far as hypersensitivity. Also, taste too. Like one of my dearest friends was like a coffee fanatic, and she cannot stand the taste of coffee now after having
Oh,
COVID.
that's heartbreaking.
And
That
chocolate.
is-
She hates coffee and she hates chocolate. And she used to be like a chocoholic, coffee fanatic, and now she's like, I
Wow.
can't stand the taste anymore.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's just sad, ladies.
Yeah.
Coffee and chocolate. Carmen said, "Hello, ladies. It's good to see y'all." Carmen, it is
Hi,
so
Carmen.
good to see you.
Hi, Sugar Britches.
Sugar bridges. I'm having hamburgers and hot dogs with corn on the cob for dinner.
Yeah,
Excellent,
delicious.
Anita. That sounds delicious. Michelle said, "Happy Sunday, everyone. Hope y'all had a great weekend. You as well. You as well. It's been fantastic." Angel Wolf says hello to everybody because we went back up to the top. So this is people just coming in and said hello to Tiffany, Sonia, Emily, Fiona. Nita says hello, beautiful ladies. People saying hi to Storm. Hi, everyone in the chat as well. Ooh, Holly went to a book event and lunch with Mindy Quigley. Oh my gosh. That is so awesome. She is hysterical.
She is really,
Holly.
she's a hoot.
I hope that you had a great time. She really is hysterical.
That's the pizza lady, right?
Yes. And I don't know. Well, one, I don't know. She was the one that came up with the idea to do the cheese puns for Karina for the video of Karina's release. That was Mindy Quigley. But also, I don't know if you guys follow her Instagram. If you don't, you should follow her Instagram. She like puts up. She had one last week where she was somewhere at like a book thing, and she was like, "I can't believe how far people will go to sell a book." And she's like, "I mean, to think that people would like degrade them or whatever." And she's in a cheese costume that only has her head sticking out like this. It's
Oh my gosh.
It's a slice of cheese pizza with just her head cut out. And she's like, people just go, wait, they'll do anything to sell a book about pizza. It was just hysterical. She's so
I still need to get back to that one because I think I've only read the first one, and I know you said it gets better after the first one.
It does. I feel like the character really kind of levels out a lot, and she's so much she's so much more likable. And she like the thing that also I like about that series and her is like she will tell you straight up, I know I am type A. I know I can be this way. It's a flaw of mine. Like she's very upfront. The character even recognizes it in herself and knows it about herself. Yeah. But I do think it was tamed down a lot after book one, personally.
I agree. And she has a best friend named Sonia. I mean, she did spell her name wrong. But
she did.
I know, but she does have a best friend named Sonia. And anybody has a best friend named Sonia, it has to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought the first one was okay, and I know and I like the titles. The titles are pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And Butterball is adorable and gets better.
Oh my gosh, Butterball.
Oh gosh.
I think I identify as Butterball.
I did a video last week about my favorite animals and cozies, and afterwards I thought of Butterball. Someone actually mentioned in the comments, and I'm like, oh, Butterball.
I love Butterball.
I had such a hard time making the video and narrowing it down. I should have done my top 5 dogs, my top 5, and then I wouldn't have had as much trouble, you see.
Did you mention Prozac?
What's that?
Did you mention Prozac?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't remember. And Fiona.
What's that?
The fish. Is her name Fiona?
Loretta, yeah.
Loretta. I was waiting for Loretta. You saved her to last.
I did. But there were so many others, and I had such a hard time. I should have been like, here are my top 5 cats, here are my top 5 dogs, and then here are my top 5 like other animals, that kind of all.
I think Bentley is the name of the golden retriever in the Hire a Date or Date for Hire series by Laura Bradford that writes that.
The
was
Friend
a
for
tuber-
Hire series.
Friend for Hire. Yes.
I don't remember the name of the dog, but I know. But yeah, I don't remember it
Brinkley
all.
or Bentley. Brinkley.
I think you're
I
right.
loved that dog. I loved that dog.
Was that a golden retriever or something like that?
Yeah, it was a golden retriever.
And I don't remember the name at all, but I remember the dog was great. That whole series was great. The whole two
And the
of them.
popcorn shop dog, the poodle in the popcorn shop.
Sprocket.
Yes, Sprocket. Loved him too.
Yes. Yes. See, I should have done an all, specific. What was I thinking?
You could still do it. I mean, it is your channel.
I could.
Because you can mention with cats, the Joanne Fluke Moishi, or however you pronounce his name.
Yeah, I know. There's so many.
Sawdust.
Gopher's one of my
The cats.
Yeti.
Yum Yum and
Yeti. Someone mentioned them, and I was like, oh yeah, they even get their own chapters.
They get their own
What are the cats from the cat who? Yum
Hercules
Yum
and-
and is it Yum Yum and what else? I can't remember the other cats.
Oh. I haven't read the Cat Who series. I thought you were going to ask
I thought you
Hercules
did.
and the other one.
from the Magical Cat series, Hercules and Owen.
That's the one I was
Is
thinking
it
of.
Owen?
Yes, but she was talking about the Cat Who, and I'm not sure about.
I don't know the Cat Who. I have never read that.
Cajun said to Holly, "That sounds like I'm sure." She said, "How fun about her afternoon with Mindy Quigley." And then
Yum Yum and Coco.
what's that?
Somebody said in the comments, Kim says Yum Yum and Coco.
Yum Yum and
and
Coco. Well,
Coco.
I got one right.
And then Anita said, "That's great. Absolutely. I'm sure you had an amazing time." Excuse me, I have the hiccups.
That was me when I was in the chat earlier.
Storm saying hi to people. And then Amy said, from Mother Goose Librarian, says, "Hello all. I mean, the sweetness of forgetting." Yeah, I thought I read that wrong. The Sweetness of Forgetting by Kristen Harmel. Are you enjoying that? I've never heard of that.
The sweetness of forgiving. Oh, forgetting. Oh, it's like.
Oh, I read that wrong.
I was like forgiving, maybe, but forgetting, I do that all the time.
Oh my gosh, no. I'm so sorry.
No, it was my bad. I'm like, never mind. I should just shut up.
Carmen said, "Hey, Storm and Brady Beaumont buds for all the buddy readers."
I'm just calling it the J.A. Gents book club.
There you go. Anita said, "I just finished A Dark and Stormy Knit by Peggy Earhart. I'm giving it 3 stars. We shall celebrate, Anita. I'm so for finishing your
That
book."
was a series that has the cutest covers, but I didn't like the first.
I didn't either. I didn't.
I
it just
wanted to
didn't
because
work
the
for me.
covers are so cute.
Yeah, the little cat with the big eyes is so cute. But it says, I don't know why for whatever reason it didn't work for me. I've met her and she's lovely and all that. That series just doesn't, for whatever reason, doesn't work for me. I'm glad Anita enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Esther Jane said, "Hello everyone. I'm on chapter of minor and possession." What's that?
She forgot to write what chapter she's on.
She's reading and saying where she was in Minor of Possession, number 8 in the J.P. Beaumont by J.A. Jance with my buddy reading friends. Barbara said, "Hello, friends. Reading every summer after. Was eating pasta salad. Oh, it was spicy. The pasta salad was spicy? Or every summer after?"
Or both.
Or both. I hope you're enjoying. I hope you're feeling good, Barbara.
I don't like spicy food.
Oh, spicy food is yummy.
I like spicy. I don't like burn the cough house down spicy.
I agree. I want it to. I want enough that I can taste the flavor and the spices, but I'm not like gonna compete. For,
I
like,
made General So chicken one time. It was the first time I'd ever made it. I put way too many pepper flakes in it.
Mm.
My mom was like no spice whatsoever in her cooking. And so like in my first job, there was a Mexican restaurant, like authentic Mexican restaurant, family owned. like around the corner that we would go for lunch all the time. And they would have their table salsa, and it was mild. And I'm like, it was so spicy, like my nose would run, and I would like tear up a little bit for me. And all my coworkers were like, "You're nuts, Emily." I'm like, "This is spicy because I grew up with no spice in my life."
You grew up in a white people
whatsoever.
household.
And so I would keep eating it, knowing like the more like I got myself exposed to it, the more like I'll build up the tolerance and will enjoy it. Like I'm not a give me like the habanero pepper spicy, but like I can handle some heat now. So
I like spicy. Like I like spices. Like give
Yes.
me the dill, give me the basil.
no,
I do
I
not like hot.
spicy. So like I made like a jollof rice once for like a wine tasting, and I did a trial run with a friend, and it called for like up to 4 tablespoons of cayenne pepper. And my friend was like, "Emily, you're making it for people who don't like spice. Put 1 in, not 4." So I was like, "Okay." So then that evening, like I said, we did a trial run, and then the next day I went to like a New Year's Eve party with the same group of friends, and I brought this like
You want to see the taxes?
dip, like pretzel dip and chip dip, and it wasn't that like to me it was bland. And someone takes a taste of it, and she was like, "Oh, that's spicy." And so my friend who I did the trial run was like, "This is why you need to tone down the heat on your rice for when you get for a wine night." I'm like, "You're right."
Oh my gosh.
Hi, Kairu.
Oh,
How you
do you hear
boy?
that? Someone saying hello.
Are you wearing a bandana or a bow tie today?
Oh my gosh, he doesn't have anything on because he just got a bath.
He's naked.
He's naked.
I might miss an
Naked. Oh, are
eye.
you embarrassed now? I'm sorry. I think I've embarrassed him. I'm sorry, baby. Sorry.
Nudity.
Okay. We'll go through a few more and then I'll probably jump into the next sprint. Kim said, I had to restore my second Kindle Fire Thursday, so now having to re-download all my books. I backed up, but I can't find how or where to restore. Oh no. I'm sure there's someone here that might be able to.
Wait, what?
I'm not that person is what I'm trying to say.
What was it again? Because
where's the comment?
Yeah.
Right under Barbara, it's at 412. She said 412. She said had to restore my second Kindle Fire Thursday. So now having to re-download all my books. I backed up, but can't find how or where to restore.
To restore what?
Like, can you go on like the website, like on Amazon or whatever? It's on your Kindle and like re-download them from there.
Yeah, no, I'm Bubble. Okay, Shug.
In like your My Devices section.
Okay, Shug.
I have never done that before.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure. Hopefully, Kim will keep our fingers crossed that someone will be able to help. Carmen said, "Hello, Kairu. You absolutely can lay here, but you can't push the keyboard. You can't push buttons. Okay, you leave that part to me.
I wanna talk to you."
He likes to, when he's feeling not appreciated enough, he will lay across the keyboard on purpose or kind of,
Dresden will scratch my leg or my arm or whatever. Be like, "Hello, I'm right here."
I'm here, Mom. Madeline said, "Hi, reading a Korean book today. Welcome to the."
It's at the Hunam Bookshop.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was waiting on Sonia because I know that she knew this book, so that's why I stopped.
Yes,
I wasn't making it.
I do. I have tried books from Korea. I had the Hunam Bookshop, and I had to lit from the library, but I was slumpy at the time, so I have that to recheck out. I hope that you enjoy it. Korean books are very much like Japanese book. They're very, very detailed and kind of slow in the action. So it's just a nice little slow pace ride. It's not going to be like.
All I hear is not for Stormy.
Do what?
I said all I hear is not for Stormy.
No, they're not for Stormy. The Hunam Dong bookshop too, I think. Let me see if I remember correctly. I know the plot, but I don't know it off the top of my head. I'm so sorry. My brain is.
It's supposed to be real. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
I've heard great things.
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard great things about it. People, and Morgan Long has talked a lot about it. Yu and Guji is burned out with her high-flying career, demanding marriage, and bustling life and soul. She knows she should feel successful, but all she feels is drained. Haunted by an abandoned dream, she takes a leap of faith and leaves her old life behind, quitting her job, divorcing her husband. So it's basically a kind of a turn of the page life circle sort of story, and I noticed like a lot of Hiro Yakisoa, like he did the Traveling Cat Chronicles. He writes a lot of stories that are kind of that full circle of life, like changes that happen. But yeah, it has a really 3.91 rating on Goodreads, which I think is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cozy slice of life type book.
I have our next thing for, and I don't know why. I just felt like I needed some, I don't know, coziness. So this is what
You
I
needed
put.
you needed an apple tree and a sink
Yeah.
with
Look
a
at the
cup of
little
tea.
cat.
Little farmhouse
A
kitchen there.
little cup of tea, and look at the little kitty here. And it's just, I don't know. I feel like I'm in Sonia's kitchen.
It's very similar to Sonia's kitchen, to be honest, except I'd love to have that wood grain,
The butcher
wood
block.
grain. Well, that butcher block. What
The countertop.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
That was the word I was looking for. Yeah, countertop. I'd love to have that. My yard doesn't quite look like that. I wish it did. I have people across.
I thought it was really sweet. So
This looks like my. Actually, it reminds me of a grandma's with the apple tree there, where you can look out the kitchen window. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
You just need an old 1940s ventilator kitchen or stove on that right side, and you pretty much have my granny's.
Oh, sweet. Actually, my grandparents too. My mom's side, that kind of, yeah. Okay, so is everybody good with reading to the top of the hour?
Sure.
Yep. Okay. All right. Happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
Happy reading.
How was everybody's friends? Sorry, excuse me.
It was good.
Excellent. Excellent.
Good. I didn't get much reading done, but
Me
because
neither.
I went to the bathroom and I took out garbage. Ooh, exciting.
Productive though. Very productive. I needed to do my groceries. I do my pickup order on Mondays. So I needed to get that in the Instacart order in. So I listened to a book while I did that. And I listened to the third book in a hockey romance I'm reading by Maren Moore, and I got to 14%. I'd already started it. I didn't start it and get to 14%. How about you, Storm?
I'm about 29% into Minor in Possession. I'm on the last chapter that I can read for the night, then I have to stop.
Oh, okay. Good. Look at you.
I chose for them, whether they liked it or not, that we were going to do 8 chapters for 3 days instead of 6 chapters for 4. Because I'm like, I know we're going to get into it, and we're just going to want to keep going anyway. So
Gotcha. Makes sense to me. Excuse me. Michelle said, I'm about 60% through. We'll Always Have Summer by Jenny Han. Looking for something else to start. Not sure just yet. What just yet? If you want suggestions, I'm sure there are a few of us up here that would be happy to give you some.
I don't read.
What's that?
We don't read books.
No.
Not
Anita said, Kim, the books are in your Amazon account, so when you set up your fire, they should be there.
well, that's what I thought, that they should just automatically go back on it if it's a different device or whatever. But I do know that if you go onto Amazon in your My Device and whatever, all your books should be there. You might just have to re-download them. Might take a while. I also suggested in the comments that maybe she Google it, because I Googled what to do, restore your books or do whatever, and there's a lot of different things on there. So I don't know exactly what she might need to do.
Yeah, I'm no help. I do know that every time I've bought a new one, as soon as I logged into my account, it kind of took over and did its thing. But I'm not sure. That's all I got. Come on, baby. Esther Jane said, dang autocorrect. I am reading.
It's funny because she's got that backwards.
and by the Beaumont series by J.A. Jance.
It's Minor in Possession. Yeah.
And then Cation was just asking what exactly Kim was trying to do. And she said, yay. Tiffany is not that kind of booktuber, Sonia. That was in reference to you telling me not to raise my shirt.
I told you it wasn't that kind of show.
I'm not, just like Theodore's not that kind of goat. I'm not that kind of booktuber.
You're not that kind of show.
That's a cool shirt. Yes, Sonia sent that to me. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I think I've showed this, but my mother-in-law got me this. It says, let's get cozy. I've had it for a while. It's not new.
I don't like that.
But it just feels like a more winter mug. And I know it's not winter yet, but I feel like I'm pushing it for fall. So I'm just going to drink out of it.
Look, I drink not so much my fall mugs, because fall I associate with going back to school and work. But I'll drink out of my Christmas mugs year round, because I just love them so much.
Honestly, I just like mugs and put them up here and don't ever drink out of them.
Well, I had my Scooby-Doo mug earlier because, we're planning for Scooby-Doo. So
when is that? October or September?
September 1st through the 18th. I'm doing an announcement this week calling all booktubers. Anybody who wants to participate, let me know. And I'm going to set the parameters of what you will do if you want to participate. Pick a character, dress as that character, talk about the prompts and things. And then the 18th is my birthday, so I thought it would be a good day to stop. I think sometimes when we have readathons that are a month long, it gets... I noticed last year, everybody was really excited for about 2 weeks and then it kind of dwindled. And I know there's a lot of things going on in September anyway. The Scooby-Doo readathon is so malleable anyway. You could do 5 other readathons with it because it's so easy to make it, go with something else. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do. Just 2 weeks of, Scooby-Doo fun. And then I'm going to do the very similar as last year. Either you can roll or you can just pick, try to get all the characters or whatever you want to do there. But just for fun, keeping it fun. Scooby-Doo is one of my favorite things. And I was like, well, let's do one of my favorite things for, in my birth month.
That's right.
September is a good month to be
Yeah,
born.
it is. What date is yours?
The 5th.
The 5th.
So when I was born on Labor Day.
And
So.
and it was appropriate for your mother.
Correct.
She was in labor. And Miss Tiffany has a birthday tomorrow. Again.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Or happy birthday. It's your special day. Happy birthday in every single way. Hey, happy birthday from all of us to you. Happy birthday. Was it? No, happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday from all of us to you. Hey.
Oh,
I used to work at a restaurant.
Thank
I was
you.
gonna say that sounded a tiny bit like a restaurant one.
Yeah, I used to work at a
we
restaurant.
used to do that like, from the Ryan's game or whatever.
Yeah.
Denny's game.
So do you have birthday plans tomorrow, Miss Tiff?
I don't. We won't tomorrow because on Tuesday morning, I have 2 more
Early
police
mornings.
departments I have to do. 2 more police departments I have to do presentations at.
Mm-hmm.
So on Tuesday and Wednesday, the 26th and the 27th, I have to be at the police department at 6 a.m., which means I have to get up around 4:30. And then on the following week, the same thing, Tuesday, Wednesday, at the last police department for the county. And then I'm done with presentations for there. And at least if I have to do ones, most people don't have a 6 a.m.
Right, starting.
I have to do it at their shift change, and they want you to do it at their shift change for the day because that's when everybody's leaving or coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's what works for them. So
I'm totally I can't believe it's already your birthday again. It just feels like
I know.
It's like the Burr months are here and
Yeah.
they're coming and everything is like zoomy zoom. And before I know it, I'm going to be decorating for Christmas and,
Yeah. But we will definitely go out and do something fun. Kevin's birthday is the 29th. So we will definitely at some point this week kind of combine birthdays and go out to a dinner and do something together and hang out and celebrate maybe with my mom, my grandma, something like that. So it'll be a great birthday. So yeah.
Awesome sauce.
Anita said Bridge to Terabithia made me cry. Yeah.
I didn't care for Bridge to Terabithia.
Oh, I liked it. And it's not something normally I'd like, but I saw it as a play, on a school field trip when I was really young and loved it. I don't know.
See, I read it as an adult, so I think
I
that
liked the
probably
movie,
plays
but
into it.
I never read the book, but I liked the movie.
I didn't even know it was a movie.
Yeah. Josh, what's his face? Hutcherson or whatever? I don't know his last name. The guy who played PETA in Hunger Games is in Bridge to Terabithia.
Josh
Hutcherson, right?
Yes, I think so. Hutcherson.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you said you liked it, Storm?
Yeah, I liked the movie, but I never read the book, so I don't know if it's different than the book or what. I know it was sad, and I don't like sad things.
Yeah. And then, Carmen said, "Congrats on finishing, Anita." And Tango Makes 3 it's a very sweet picture book. I agree. And the fact that it is banned, I don't want to get into any, but my goodness. Okay, that's it. Emily said, "Everyone, it's Tiffany's birthday tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for celebrating with me. Thank you. And today is Lisa's birthday from the Lost Coffee Mug.
Oh, yes. Happy birthday, Lisa.
It is Lisa's birthday today. I messaged her, and she said that it's so nice out. She's enjoying her birthday 100% outside, doing what she loves, gardening and hanging out. So I hope so. It sounds like she's having an amazing birthday. Still have the wrong title. Esther Jane says, I'm reading the next Beaumont book the group is reading. She just like, I'm not even trying again.
Minor in possession.
She's like, I give up. I'm reading the next Beaumont. Thank you, Anita. Anita says, happy birthday, Tiffany. Thank you. Hannah said, hello, lovelies. Hello, Hannah. Carmen says, oh, Carmen saying happy birthday. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Michelle. This is everybody starting the conversation for Karina. I have to put Whiskey Business on my list. Everyone seems to be reading it. You do. It comes out September 9th. And it is fabulous. It is really good. And then Holly said she loved Whiskey Business. It's $7.18 on Amazon paperback. I wonder if she's talking about Cheddar Off Dead.
Yeah.
Or only because Fiona was having trouble finding. I'm wondering, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think she was talking about Cheddar Off Dead because that's kind of when it popped up.
Yeah, I do too. Jill said I started Real Trouble. What's that?
I just can't believe that's out of print.
Yeah, it was shocking to me. The
book
first
3 is out of print. Because book 3, I had a problem with getting it from Barnes and Noble. Like, I had a package lost at one point. And they're like, we can order you a replacement. And it was 2 books. And they were able to replace Night and the Moth, but not whatever the third book is. Because Curds of Prey? Because Curds of Prey is out of print.
Jill said, I started Real Trouble on ebook by Karen McInerney, number 11 in the Grey Wells in series. I love this series. Yes, I do. I need to go back and restart it because I really loved it. And I didn't quit because it was like I read it closer to when I first started reading Cozies and I got caught up, and then I started reading all these other series and it was like, oh, well, I'm caught up in that, and then here we are.
And then sometimes it's like, even though you like something, sometimes you just don't think to go back and check and see if they have new books. Because that happens to me all the time. And it's like, I don't know why I don't do it. Like, I don't even think to check and see if some of my favorite authors have new books out when I'm doing my new release things. I'm like, I just go and see what's on NetGalley, and I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes that stuff's not on there. I just, it's like, I don't think
I agree. Emily, Carmen is laughing at you. Probably something you said earlier, I'm sure.
Probably something about Heath or something with the...
I would assume so
something
too.
with the book.
I would assume so too. Cajun had asked Barbara, how are you doing? Yes, Barbara, please let us know. Jill said, also reading The Carol Curse by Pepper Basham, Smitten Book Club. I'm on the second story by Kristen Billerbeck, Because I Could Not Stop for Death by Amanda Flower. I really liked Because I Could Not Stop for Death. I hope you're enjoying all of it.
I liked the first one. I thought the second one was okay, and I haven't got to the third.
I think I read the second one and I thought it was okay too.
I think
Does
I like
the second one really have her brother prevalently in it without giving anything away?
No, see, because like the first one, I think Willa, I think that's her name, Willa, the maid. I think she had a reason to want to investigate in the first one. And then that's the
one with her brother.
Yeah. And then the second one, it has some famous person from like out of town. I can't remember who it is, but then somebody with him gets murdered, and Emily Dickens wants her to investigate and drags her along, and she doesn't really want to. And that's what I felt was like. I feel like there's not enough stakes for Willa to want to investigate, and that kind of just made it a little like okay for me, because she really, it's not like Willa really wants to investigate. Emily's bringing her and making her do it because that's her like maid or whatever, so she's got to do whatever Emily wants her to do. So
Gotcha. Maybe I didn't read the second. I don't remember if I read the second one then, because I thought the second one was the one with the brother. So in my head, so maybe I haven't read that next one. But has anybody read the Wright brothers one? I really want to read that one.
I haven't. I've had it out to read, but I haven't gotten to it yet.
If anybody's tried that in the group, let Storm and I know how it is, because I am very interested.
I think there's a second one, and that one coming out or out already, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting behind already.
Jill said she's also reading Undercover Kitty by Sophie Ryan. This one is a hoot. An Amateur Sleuth's Guide to Murder by Lynn Cahoon. Oh, that's her new one. Are you enjoying her? That's the start of a new series by her. Are you enjoying that? Oh, Keisha wants to know too. How is the Cahoon? Yeah, I know it's the first in a new series. I've been eyeing it. I like the cover. And she's reading The Body at the Book Fair by Ellie Alexander. I need to get back into the Outlander series. Go tell the bees that I am gone. And then she said, I loved the Da Vinci Code. I read the book and saw the movie, both 5 stars.
I liked the book when I read it. That and Angels and Demons, I think is the first one.
Yeah.
And then I never did continue that series either. So it's like one of those. It's like if I do, I'd have to start all over again. It's been like 10 years or more. It's been a while.
She said to Cajun, I think this is about the Lynn Cahoon. I'm really liking it. And then Cajun said, I want to get to that soonish. I really enjoy the cover on it, and I like Lynn Cahoon. So I've been thinking, I'm like, ooh, I keep seeing it. Mary Jo said, I'm sorry I'm late. You're never late. We're happy to see you. So happy to see you. She said, I was catching up on some YouTube videos because my brother came over who lives an hour away to visit. Very nice. Jane says, hello all. Anita said, I think he left a cryptic clue because he knew. I'm so sorry, Anita. I don't know how I missed this message when we were talking with Karina. I'm so sorry. She said, a cryptic clue because he knew the mercenary nature of his workers. I think I think that very much was part of the conversation, and I agree with you, Anita. I think that he knew how, to Emily's point, somehow awful some of them were.
Yes.
And again, I'm so sorry. I don't know how I missed that. I apologize. I'm reading Counting Miracles by Nicholas Sparks. Mary Jo said, dinner is pork roast, mashed potatoes, and carrots. That sounds delicious, Mary Jo.
Sounds like a good dinner.
And then, yeah. And then this is a Karina comment. And then Mary Jo said, Barbara, I hope you like Every Summer After. I loved it. Then read One Golden Summer because Charlie from that book was in it.
Did we ever find out if it was the book that was spicy or the food?
I do not know yet. And then people saying prayers for Sarah. And this is where Sarah, we conjugated her. Conjugated her? No, that's not what I meant. Conjured her
you
up.
Conjugate.
I know. Listen, I'm tired.
I love you.
I said I did earlier for done. Just let me talk like I hit. Never mind. I'm tired. I'm just teasing. I gave Case of the Blues 4.5 stars. I also gave books 1 and 2 the same. So evidently I liked those about the same, but I do think that Case of the Blues has the best ending of all of them. Excellent. Excellent. I don't know, guys. I'm so sorry. I guess I missed some comments when we were there. I apologize. I don't know how I did. Thinking of Sarah. Hey, everybody. Hoping to get some reading done. Absolutely, Kristen. She said yes. The bookstores are, my bookstores are there in Amazon, but my books are there in Amazon, but I can't find where to restore anything else I had on my actual tablet. That's what she said. Okay. Well, maybe somebody in the chat can help. If anybody knows, help her out. People saying to Sarah, prayers, we miss you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Trying to get through Was I Ever Here by Naomi Loud. Ooh, that sounds interesting. How is that? To Sarah, I'm so glad you could be in the chat today. Yes, I will keep you in my prayers. Absolutely. A lot of people agreeing with Emily. I think this was the money question, maybe. People saying bye to Fiona. Just skipping over the thank you so much, Jill. The cheese shop conversation. Mary Jo said, going to have dinner. See y'all later. Barbara said, still in pain, but better. Well, I'm glad it's moving in the right direction, but I hope it continues to where you're out of pain for sure. Yeah, so sorry to hear you're still in pain, but glad you are getting better. Absolutely. I just have to read this. Cation said, she's laughing at Carmen's. I almost spit out my ice cream. And Anita's reading Fondue or Die currently. Excellent. You'll be all ready for the new, for the next month. And she said, hello, or thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So tired. I just read Holly as hello. Thank you. She says, thank you. And then, oh, good. Angel said, I can't wait to read it next month. Oh, yay. I'm so glad. Lots of thanks to Karina. Thank you guys for being great. Thank you so much, Holly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Melmac, thank you for all that you do. I appreciate it. Oh, Jill, thank you. She said, I love the picture you chose. Excellent. Hey, Marie. She says, hi, book fam. It's so good to see you.
Hello.
I hope you are doing well. Anita said, I'm going to say goodnight. I read 2 chapters of Fondue or Die. Be safe, everyone. See y'all soon. Bye, Anita. I hope, thank you so much. So I hope you have a wonderful birthday tomorrow. Thank you so much. People saying hi to Storm. Got to 56%, and the murder just happened. Ooh, that's
rough.
Late for me. I'm an early Knockem fan, but this has been so twisty and turny. Setting it up, I have been engrossed and didn't really notice. I can't remember which.
I don't know what she's reading.
I don't remember what she was reading. I'll have to go up and look. I don't think it was one that I recognized for sure. Tiffany, I love the older waitress in the Sunny Side Up series. Yes. Yes. The only thing I'm really enjoying, the only thing I will say about it is I think that the best friend of the main character isn't always the nicest to her. I understand, but at the same time, the way that she speaks to her is a little like snotty. I just think she could do it. I feel like her feelings are validated, but I just feel like she could say it a little different. Personally, so far, anyways. Melissa says, "Hi, everyone." Hello, Melissa. It's so good to see you. Meg, hi, Meg. She says, "I'm reading Tangled Up in You by Christina Lauren. It's a Rapunzel retelling." Oh, that's cute. I like retellings. I haven't reached the snakes yet, Carmen said. Read 11 pages of Go Tell the Bees That I'm Gone. Have 164 pages left in the book. Getting there slowly but surely. LOL.
Even though I wasn't a huge fan of the snake part, it was kind of fun.
Ain't nothing good about no snake.
Well, it's just funny because of how he had to deal with it.
I won't even read monsters that have snakes. No.
Cajun knew I was wrong. She said, LOL, Storm is not a fan of the MC in the Irish Village, Tiffany. My bad. But she does want to know, she said, where did Dan find those root beer popsicles? I can't do carbonation either and do have a hankering sometimes.
Walmart. We did a Walmart order, and it's their like budget brand They're like clear plastic, very cheap, and they do have a little bit of sugar, but it's not too terribly high, and the calories are not super high either. It's like 60 calories popsicle,
Oh wow, yeah,
and it does kind of get rid of that hankering.
Barbara said, but beer is God's way of saying he loves you and he wants us to be happy.
Yeah, and me saying I don't like beer and living in the St. Louis area. I mean, I probably
Right.
get stoned and pitchforked. So,
True.
but no, I've never been a beer fan.
My father always drank Miller Lite. And when he would come to St. Louis and he would order, we'd be at bars anywhere in St. Louis, he'd order Miller Lite. He would just look, you know, and I'm like, Dad, I mean, he's going to order what he wanted. So it didn't matter. But it was just funny.
PBR was the big, oh my gosh. When I lived in St. Louis, it was like during the hipster era and everybody was drinking PBR. And I'm like, I am not now. No.
Oh no, Sarah said I became allergic to latex at some point. Was not always allergic to it. Yeah. I had allergies that definitely developed later in life. Back at you, sugar britches. Storm says, or Jill says, hi, Storm. It was the Barbara Ross books that I've read up to 5 or 6. Thank you, Kim. And then this is her saying the cats' names from the Who series. Rena Mae Brown mystery series has both cats and dogs and other animals, and they talk to each other. Love that series. Okay. Oh, thanks, Jill. And then Carmen said, Sonia, like spicy, just not spicy food.
She caught me.
And then Jill said, that's funny. Carmen, you're on it today. Good for you.
I love her. We're soul sisters. I love her to pieces.
Exactly. Jill said, I can do mild spicy. Yeah, me too. Mild is, about all. I don't want anything more than that. Just Shannon said, I really like the bronze. I really like Bronze, the cat who is like the OG of Cozies, or Agatha. I know people disagree. I'm surprised some of you haven't read or not interested or too much backlist. The cat who, it's
the cat who series.
I'm not reading interested. I just haven't got to it.
Yeah, I've been reading it slowly but surely. I need to read book 5. So that's the cat who played Brahms. I'm looking this way because it's sitting over there on one of my.
Well, I know that Sarah is a really huge fan of it, and
big
I
fan.
have like the 1, 2, and 3 together in a bind up. So when I eventually get back to reading Cozies more, I plan to read it for sure.
Yeah,
I just haven't gotten around to it.
Because I came into Cozies in 2015, it's just not something I really think that much about. I know a lot of people like it, but I know older Cozies, and I'm like, the older Cozies aren't the same as like the ones that I got introduced to, so I've just never really went back. But I do like Agatha Christie, and I do read Agatha Christie.
Yes, I like Agatha
Christie. I'm sorry, Elizabeth also really likes the Cat Who series.
Yes. I have a kind of a love-hate relationship with the Cat Who series. Like I really am not a big fan of Quillerin at all. So
I don't know who
Barbara's comment.
Quillerin is our main character.
Oh, well then that makes a difference. Yeah. Barbara said there was a ghost pepper in it, and the ghost was mad, like kicked its dog mad. So spicy. Oh boy. That would be a negatory ghost writer for me. Mm-mm. And then Jill said my husband loved really spicy, so he could eat a Vietnamese pepper whole. Oh
no.
My dad, when he worked at Justin Boots, there was this kind of cocky young man who said he could eat anything hot. It did, any pepper or whatever it is. So it was during the time when there was like some outdoor vendors and stuff, and we found a pepper vendor, and we asked them to give us one that was super hot. So he got one, and he took it to that guy, and he's like, here, he goes, try this pepper. And he's like, oh, it's no big deal. And he like bit into it, just right into the pepper. And it wasn't too long, and his face, Dad said his face got like super red and was getting redder and redder. And he like had to run to the water fountain, and he was drinking. It's like, yeah, that's what you get for being so cocky and saying, oh, I can eat anything.
Not me. I will be the first to tell you I'm not eating that.
I like jalapeno and like cayenne pepper spicy. I'm not big into like anything more than that.
I like jalapeno flavor. I don't like jalapeno hot.
Yeah,
I love
agree.
flavor. I don't like hot.
Yeah, no, I
You
agree
take
with
all the
that.
seeds out. You just like the jalapeno without the seeds.
Or like there's a chip that Frito-Lay makes that's like jalapeno tortilla chip, jalapeno flavored tortilla chips. I love those. But it's not spicy, it just has the taste.
I like the jalapeno and cheddar. Like I think it was the Cheetos. Or I think they had it was a jalapeno cheddar flavor. I liked those.
Kairu, everybody says hello, buddy. Carmen says to Shannon, I love the Cat Who series. I have a nook in my library is saved to the cloud. That's smart. I know I've said it before, but his little ears make me think of the flying nun.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
Sounds about right, Cajun. Yeah, buddy. Yep. Yes, I'm re-downloading my books. It's apps I had on my tablet, documents I had saved. I backed up before I restored. I can find where it says restore, but no way to actually restore them.
No.
Meg said, Kim, if your books were bought from Amazon, if you connect to your internet, it should allow you to start downloading your ebooks again. Madeline says, I have lived 3.5 years in Korea, so it is fun that books from Korea are being translated now. That's so cool.
Incredible. That's awesome. Man,
Yeah,
Korean skincare. Boy, I'm jealous. I love Korean skincare products.
That's really neat. Meg said, Kim, did you back up those files on your computer? Books will take forever. It's everything else that I've lost. Well, hopefully somebody can figure that out too, Kim. I got my fingers crossed for you. And then Cajun said they should be under content library under your account. Try calling them, or well, have them call you tomorrow. Then she said, well, Amazon was who told her to restore. And then
so like when she's talking about files, is she talking about like documents like she's like worked on, or like
I think she's talking about both apps and files. I think
and photos and things like that.
Yeah, like everything,
so like
everything on a tablet that you would have on a tablet, besides her book.
Yeah.
She's figured out how to do the books. It's everything else, from what I understand. And then Cajun said that they give you instructions. I had to factory reset my old Kindle Fire at least a couple times, so I understand how frustrating that is. Yeah, Meg, it is frustrating. I agree. I thought it was backing up to the cloud, but there's nowhere I can find to pull them back. Oh, and that's a good idea. Try YouTube video. I mean, everybody thinks to Google, but try YouTube video. You might find something. I would contact Amazon tomorrow for technical support.
Well, sometimes I will Google something and it will show me a YouTube video.
That's true too. Yeah.
Google it and see if you find.
Are there not in the devices and content tab? It's a question for her. What's the name of your Kindle and do you know what version it is? She said it's a Fire 10 11th version. Or sorry, 11th gen. I Googled and learned you could do it, but nothing about how. No instructions. I was just wanting them to fix my read streak again twice this week. It didn't count my reading. They were able to just add a day the first time. Oh, okay. When I looked it up, it says that your device will automatically back up once daily when it's connected to Wi-Fi and standby mode if you're enable the backup and restore option. Oh, okay. That would be good. Thursday, the first two recaps. No clue. I was asking the third. It appears it did and fixed it. I didn't realize until later that my backup was gone. Yes, but nowhere I can find. Ugh. Okay. I'm going to let them read through this about what's going on there. Cajun got to 64%. Carmen said, I'm in the middle of chapter 4. And then, good. I'm nearly done with the Apothecary Diaries by Natsu Hoga. Excellent. Are you enjoying that? Somebody was just telling me about that. Somebody was just talking about that book yesterday. Read part of Real Trouble by Karen McInerney. I'm at 31%. Very nice. I hope you get it fixed, Kim. I'm so sorry. Love your shirt. I have one too. I think she's talking about my book shirt. Thank you, but I'm not sure. She might be talking about something else. Yay, Scooby Doo. I know. And then she said, September is also my birth month. I was born September 2nd and also born on Labor Day, Emily. And then thank you, Meg. Thank you so much. Meg's birthday, September 2nd, but she was also born on Labor Day. Romantic Bookworm said, hi, everyone. I'm currently still reading Cruel King by Raina Kent, but hoping to finish it over the next few days. I'm also still reading Zodiac Academy, but also nearly finished that, both on Kindle Unlimited. Very nice. I hope you're enjoying. Esther Jane says, hey, Storm, I think it was PK's channel. They were asking about a vampire reading challenge or something like that you have done, ? And then somebody said, Vamptimber.
I did do Vamptimber last year because my friend that has a blog wanted to do Vamptimber, but I've noticed that there is another Vamptimber going around, so I probably won't be doing it because participating in some other readathons, so I figured I'll just, do that and let the others. The one's name is the Bookabus. She's I just seen that she had the Vamptimber announcement and stuff going on right now. So,
Okay. I'm also currently physically reading A Strong Hand to Hold by Anne Bennett, a World War II book. I'm 170 pages in and enjoying it so far. It's my first Anne Bennett. I've never read that author. Have any of you guys? I've never read.
I don't read a whole lot of historicals, so.
Am I right? I could be totally wrong, but I think is Romantic Bookworm. Are you Hermione?
Oh,
I think she changed her name.
Oh my gosh!
In the Discord, I remember her saying something, but I'm not sure. So you can let me know if I'm right or not.
Storm, I am sending you a message.
Okay.
I'm writing right now.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, let us know. Are you Hermione? Angel Love says, oh, thank you guys so much. She said, happy birthday, Tiffany. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Romantic Bookworm. That's very sweet. Yes, I'm enjoying the new Lingahoon. Good. I'm excited to try to get to it. Conjugated. I made me start. I love it. I needed a good laugh. Well, you can always rely on me for bad English. Oh, Sonia.
Hell, I teach English and I screw it up most of the time anyway, so
No, it is it's Curtain Call to Murder by Julian Clary. I knew it was something I haven't heard of. I haven't heard of that. Interesting. That murder is like 56% though. Like that's really far into it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, I love the waitress. It's just cranky and rude. LOL. Agree on the friend. Yeah, no, I knew what you meant by the waitress. I was just adding on about the friend. But yeah, yes, I like the one that the cook, like, she hates the bell, and they not only have the bell, but they want it to be like we're talking about, diners, drive-ins, and lies, or drive-ins, diner, and lies, however that's worded. They want it to be like a classic diner. So the cook, they want her to like ring the bell and like say the like old time diner words for things, and she hates it. And so when she rings the bell, she's like banging it aggressively, and they're like, well, I guess she's doing it. But like they're friends with her. It's not like hateful, but like it's just funny. I agree. I really like everybody. I just wanted to add on about the friend because sometimes I was like, whoa, I think you could speak to her a little bit differently, especially as your best friend.
What's it called again?
I think I've said it wrong all 3 times. Hold on. I'm just getting it mixed up. Oh, okay. Diners, Drive-Ins, and Lies. It's by Misty Simon. It's great.
Oh,
Melissa's book review says, hello. You sound like that sounds like a channel name. Are you a channel? Let us know. Oh, Kim, you're not high. No, you're good. I just was skipping over it so we could get caught up. You are not. It's no problem. I want you to get it fixed. You guys continue to work out whatever you're doing. I just realized that reading it didn't make a whole lot of sense to us. Like it was more for you two. No. Don't feel bad at all. The salad was so spicy. Book not so much, Stanya, just so you know.
Yeah, okay.
Makes it all be 40 this year.
Next, be prepared to get some readers because once you hit 40, it starts.
I wouldn't know. I haven't got there yet.
Oh. I was there.
I'm joking.
As she's already
Wearing readers
and wearing glasses as we speak.
Yes. I mean, I haven't got to 40 yet. I wouldn't know.
Oh, sure. It's so funny when we celebrate. It's so awkward when we celebrate people's birthdays and celebrate their age, and then they just like go back in time several years. I don't know. It's a little awkward.
Well, I can tell you this. So I'm I have been perpetually single all my life, like for reasons. But so I would joke with a friend who has since like her birthday was September 9th. She passed away in 2021 from COVID 4 days after her.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
But I would complain to her. I'm like, you know what? Married people, they get bridal showers, bachelorette parties, weddings. Then they have their then they have babies. So they have baby showers, and then we have to buy gifts for their first birthday. We have to like buy all these things. What do single people get? We get nothing. Like we get nothing, and we spend all this money on other people's things. So I joked, I'm like, when I've turned 40, like I should just have a shower for myself. Like I want my KitchenAid mixer too. So what she did, she was so sweet. She threw a surprise 40th birthday party for me. And like, she, like, cause I had moved that summer. And so she had started a new job, and she's like, I'm going to take, like, she just pitched it as like, just come up to the city. Let's get together for the weekend. I'll take you out, to Chicago for your birthday. Cool. But like, she had this set up where like, it was a scavenger hunt. So I first went to like Dairy Queen, which is like a big thing in my hometown. And then I had to go to her parents' house, and there was a Clue and a book. And I don't remember if I had to go to the library too for a Clue. But it was like Clues to like the next location. And I ended up at our mutual friend's house. And it was a surprise birthday party. And they all, like, instead of a gift, they all brought me like Target gift cards. So it was enough that I did not buy my KitchenAid mixer. But I ended up like buying my Falstaff nice dishes that I've always wanted.
Oh, that was nice.
It was so sweet. So that was my 40th birthday.
That was nice.
Yeah.
I will be 45 this year. 45.
I will be 48. It is okay.
It doesn't bother me. I'm good with everything.
Yes.
I'll
age
be 31.
31. Okay.
I know
You know what? You know what? Often my job involves me just going along with. Never mind. I'm kidding. I love you so much. I only say these things to Sonia because I know she knows I'm kidding. I think she's amazing. Angel said, "Finally done. You finished. Hold on. We shall celebrate. Let's do fireworks. I hope. Oh, we're going to a rave. I'm sorry. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. There we go. Now we're in the fireworks. They look so. If anybody has a Mac and you have the reactions, I think it's Mac Airs that have their. Anyways, if you have the reactions, the rave and the fireworks to me are backwards, like what the symbol is. I would think that the symbol. Anyways, maybe it's just me. I had glasses since I was in first grade. Didn't really start wearing them though until I was in fourth grade. LOL. Gotcha. I've had glasses since I was young too, so I don't know. Yeah, I know. Barbara said to Sonia, there was a ghost pepper in it. It was mad. Like I kicked the dog mad spicy.
Nope. I don't want to kick no dogs.
But I also don't want to eat something that's spicy either.
Either.
Yeah. Meg said sorry for your loss, Emily, for your friend. Yeah. And what a sweet way to celebrate your birthday. That does sound
really so
amazing.
sweet. It was so sweet of everyone to do that. So
that is well, I know it's a little early, 7:47 instead of 8, but I am exhausted, y'all. So
yeah, you need to go to bed, gal.
I'm gonna wrap up. I was talking with Storm, and I'm gonna host tomorrow's sprints for Sierra. So tomorrow at 7. So that I just wanted to give you guys a head. That's why I was asking her now, so that I could just tell you guys in the live. Before we leave, what does everybody have coming up on the channel?
I have Scooby-Doo announcement coming soon. I'm going to try to get it done in the next couple of days. And it's going to be an all call for booktubers. Anybody who wants to be a character, we have 6. We have the Mystery Machine, Daphne, Velma, Scooby, Shaggy, and of course, Fred. So, any of those, we already have some people who are doing those characters, but we can have multiple. I don't care. I just would like for people to be in costume or some semblance of some sort of resembling.
That's the issue, is the costuming for me.
You can make it simple though. I mean, we even talked about like for Scooby.
Last year I put on a green shirt.
And you did a little beard. I mean, it does not have to be intricate. You do not have to be me. You don't have to dress. You don't have to dress in full drag. I do, but not everybody does that. But I want it to be a cost, because to me that goes along with the whole spirit of it. I'd like it to be in costume and you be the embody the character, because when people read yours, you can say, oh, I read Sonia's role, or I read whoever that is. I just think it would be, now anybody can participate and anybody can promote. If you don't want to embody a character, that's fine too. But that's really all I'm asking, because at our Scooby-Doo party, I'd like for us to be dressed up like the characters, because I, like Tiffany, love a costume party.
Absolutely. And I asked her if I could be the Mystery Machine.
You should.
And she was like, I've never thought. Yes. She's like, yes, but I don't think I'm creative enough to pull that off. I think I misspoke. I just thought it would be fun, because that was somebody that wasn't represented, and the Mystery Machine is really like a character, so I was like, but I don't think I can pull that off. So then I was like, whoa, I
you have all the colors, and you could get a shirt that had all the colors.
Yeah.
Or even just the shirt, and then like cutouts of the flowers that they do, because the flowers that are on the side.
So I might, but
and
I also
asked her in your head or hair or something.
Or you could get some.
Get some of those monster.
I'm going to incorporate the monsters somehow, because
is
I
that
like
okay
monsters.
if I did it?
Absolutely, because I'm going to incorporate
the
monsters. Mm-hmm. I'm going to find a way to incorporate them. It won't represent a die, but it might represent like doubles or something. But definitely, I have to rule it out. But if you wanted to be this machine, it would be really funny if you got those press lights and put your headlights right here.
Well, that's what we.
Oh my gosh!
But no, we
paint your face the color of the Mystery Machine.
Put your headlights on.
Or if you had a little Mystery Machine, you could like glue him onto your shirt or something.
Yeah, or put him on a hat.
Yeah, or on a hat.
Because I said to her, I was like, I kind of want to be the, and she's like, yes, 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 and then I was like, I think I might have overspoke just because I don't think that I can. Yeah, but but I might be able to do something. You know what? I think I'm going to be the mystery machine. Now in my head, I have an idea.
You just want to put headlights here.
Sonia, why you got to out me on things? you can't just move on.
But monsters too. I want to incorporate monsters somehow because the monsters are a big part of the Scooby Mysteries.
Yeah,
the monsters are almost as iconic as the characters are.
The
Minor 49er, all of that. So
yes, and that's why, so when I started thinking about it this year, and you said I really want everybody dressed up, I'm like, what can we incorporate like that? Maybe we didn't, and that's when I went to Mystery Machine, and then I asked you, wait, could I be a monster? And I think her reply was something like, well, you know, I like a good monster.
So, oh my gosh. No. But here's the thing, Sonia. I think next year, like, if I had like a month's time to plan and put together a costume, but like, because I'm a big girl.
I understand.
Like, I'm a big girl. So, like, I need time to plan and prepare.
Well, and
I need like a month to acquire things.
I plan to do it again next year. I completely understand that this is something you want to lay off and just participate in the next year. I meant to be more prepared, and
you had my injury.
So here's your call for next year. You have a whole year to finish.
Yeah, you have a whole year. I will always do the OG Scooby characters.
I'm very much Velma vibes. I don't have the red hair like you do. But Velma vibes, like, I was the nerd among them. Like, I was a nerd all through life.
And the reason that I do Velma is because it's honestly so easy for me to do that, to naturally do it. Because I've been Daphne before as well. It's just, Amy Marie is Daphne, and she has like the perfect costume for it. So I went Velma. I would love to, being a big girl too, I have looked all over for like a Scooby-Doo, like
I was like, I'd like to do Scooby, but they're always like
it's they're very small. But I was like a brown sweatsuit and a little bit of, make some ears, whatever. I mean, it could be fairly easy to do Scooby, but I mean, Velma is kind of where my brain goes to, just being somebody who loves mystery and somebody who would be like, well, if that person is that, it's not like that. I just want people. The whole reason I designed it was because I love my love of Scooby-Doo and the connectivity of this community, and I want people to do a readathon that are like me, that I don't love structured readathons. I like things that are a little more, let me choose and whatever, and I love games. So roll a dice, it's a game, have some fun, That's kind of why I designed it the way I did.
I love it.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Oh, Emily, what do you have?
I was going to film it today and it didn't happen. I have never done like a 5-star prediction video, and I haven't really I've given 1 5-star to a book in like June, and I really haven't had too many 5 stars since then. So I'm thinking of like, okay, what do I think might be a 5-star, and do a month from like September now through December. So that, and then this upcoming weekend, I'm going to film my September reading plans, because I'm planning on doing a series September and another readathon, and somehow fit in Scooby-Doo readathon as well. So
excellent. Storm, what you got coming up?
Well, tomorrow I have my weekend review. Tuesday I have 2 on Tuesday. Then after that it's whatever. I need to do my September new releases video. I'd like to try to get it done before September gets here, because I seem to always be behind with that video.
Totally, yeah. So, and that's what I have coming up this week is Cozy Mysteries for September. The releases part 1 and 2. The part 1 will come out. Normally, I have the video comes out on Sundays, but both days when I film, because I batch film on the weekends. That's the only time I really can. So, but I'm going to tomorrow just so I can get, and it'll be the new releases. So, thank you
Read
to.
your last comment really quick because Carmen got you a good idea for your
Yes.
outfit.
How about teal and neon green tie-dye shirt and monstrously big orange and yellow flowers pasted on it, a headlight on your head. That is brilliant. That's really good. Sonia's is really good. I'm gonna make a combination. I am gonna do I'm now back to committing to doing the mystery machine. When I thought of it, that was really what I wanted to do this year. When I texted her and said, "Can I do it?" And she graciously was like, "Yeah, do it." And then I panicked. So, but that is really what I wanted to do.
Do you have Scrappy doing the readathon?
She doesn't like Scrappy Doo.
Good.
But I might add it.
I like Scrappy Doo.
Adding
What was the cousin? The gray dog.
Scooby Doo.
What?
I love
Scooby
Scooby
Doo.
Doo.
Yeah.
Scooby Dumb. Okay.
Dum, dum.
Oh my god!
I love Scooby Doo because I thought about doing like Scooby Doo,
So
Scooby Doo.
maybe because Scooby Dumb just wore was gray, right?
No, he was brown too, and I mean, even if he just wore a dog collar with the thing on it, I mean, it's just like it could be very
I thought
simple.
Scooby Doo was great.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Scooby Doo was great.
No, I would never.
He
choose
doesn't like him
Scrappy.
either. I think I'm the only one that likes Scrappy.
Oh.
Scooby Doo was, and then there's also Scooby Dee, who's the female one.
Oh yeah.
Scooby Dee.
I don't remember Scooby Doo.
In
She was only on 2 episodes.
In my Scooby Apocalypse graphic novels that I've been reading, Scrappy is this big burly.
Oh my gosh.
I laughed so.
I had planned to do a lot of
They always have next
Totally
year.
understand.
Yeah,
That's
there's
right.
always
That is right.
I'm not going anywhere. God willing, and the creek don't
Uh-huh.
rise.
I was gonna say,
Right.
no
That's
plans.
right. And so I want to make sure I thank everybody who's here and has now left for the evening, because I said that once before and it sounded like I was like, who is no longer with us. It sounded very.
You done killed them all.
He should
They're no longer with
text
us.
me afterwards. He's like, no longer with us. So I was like, oh yeah, I do. So no longer with us this evening. So I want to make sure I give a special thanks to Karina Moss for joining us each and every month to discuss the cheese shop. So next month it'll be September 21st at 4 p.m. We will have reading sprints that day, but it will be after the reading discussion with Karina Moss. And then on, what was I going to say? Oh, and then thank you to Fiona. Thank you to anybody else that was here and left.
I think that was it. There
I think
wasn't.
that's it, right. I think that's everybody, right? And then thank you, obviously, to those Emily and Storm. Thank you guys so much. We'll be doing sprints on here tomorrow at 7 p.m. So everybody, see you back then. That is Eastern. And see you all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Have
Bye.
a great week.
Thank you.